Hello, 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 and welcome everybody. It's your boy Logic, and we're back with BattleMania Season 4, Week 1, which is going to be my main multiplayer tournament here for Total War Warhammer 2 on this channel. So how are we all doing today? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to Venge. How you doing, buddy? As well as CJ, Krell, Biblington, Human Boy, also the Dutch Favor. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing really, really well. Alright, so we're going to be here in the semi-finals, and we're going to be here with Talcor up against the Extreme Meme Duck Ice Power. Very well. Right, so let's have a look here. So it looks like here we're going to be I'll pick OP skins, band green skins, and vampire counts. Okay, so a pretty good counter pick here with Lisbon. So, hey, Biblington, how's it going, buddy? This tournament is pretty stacked today. Yeah, man, the tournament was stacked with so many people. It's awesome. There was so many cool people playing, you know, that don't always play, and it was really nice to see some awesome people here today, which was really cool. So we're going to be having two semi-finals with Ice Power up against Talcor, and then we're going to have our Brother Duck of War up against Caradoc, the arch nemesis here for each other. These two will always somehow find a way to find each other in this tournament, and all that stood between them was Artisan Tech Priest West and Biblington. Unfortunately, those great men fell, and here we have in semi-final is a Brother Duck of War and Caradoc, so it should be quite interesting. Alright, looks like Ice Power is ready. I don't know how Talcor goes with the Lizardman, but I think he's a pretty good Lizardman player nonetheless. Bimton for rules. Dr. Jellyfish knocked out Void in the first round, then had to face Krablin. Yeah, man. I mean, the fact that, I think Dr. Jellyfish was a bit worried about playing in the first round up against Void, and he won. So, there we go. Anybody can win. Anybody can win. Yeah, Krablin actually played up against Talcor and won again, and Talcor won. So that's stuff. Even Star here lost to Ice Power as well. So hugely stacked people here today. So fantastic stuff. That's Ice Power ready. I think Talcor's ready as well. Yeah, I think we're ready. So this is going to be quite a good matchup. Lots of terror here on the Lizman side of things. How are you going to deal with it here with Ice Power? Now, you could definitely take the Bob, the Black Orc Big Boss. You take him. It's Big Hayden online. How you doing, buddy? If you do take the Bob, he certainly comes with Rabble Rouse, given that immune to Psychology. You can have certain elements like that. Vindictive Glare can be quite nice. Spirit Leeches can be quite good there if you take the River Troll Hag. You can also bring bonus to Sludge if you do come with Snarsnick. But of course, in these sort of matchups, you also do want Grom here, who can certainly roll over his foes. Wait, how come I don't see Logic? Can you not see me? Can anybody not see me? Been amazing so far, and we got some boys, Ice and Duck, to root for in the semis. Yeah. The big Extreme Meme Duck, indeed. Obviously, I am tied to XMD, so always like to see my boy make the semi-final. When I say tied, I mean tied winningly, of course. Was hoping to see Void versus Ice. Ah, right, TJ, that's enough of that. Although I must admit, Void versus Ice Power would be certainly some good games. If both played within the rules, excellent game, no doubt. Two very, very good players on their day. Big Quack, Mr. Brother Duck of War, how we doing? I see you, baby. How you doing, Ranklin File? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Nice to see you here in the chat. Hope you're doing really well today. Gonna cook some food. Make sure they drag it out some mirror games. No mirror games. Hype, indeed. I also have a massive hype announcement going here today as well, which will be really, really nice. I'll be announcing that just before we start the final, so do stick around. So we're going to have the Morgoth's Mangy Marauders here in the front with the Goblin Wolf Rider Archers, with some Forest Goblin Spiders, the Rusty Arrows, and also a second unit here of the Forest Goblin Spiders. We're going to be having the Night Goblins here, the ROR, which do have, actually known as the 8 Peak Loonies, but here sometimes they do glitch just a little bit, but they will be having the loons of 8 Peaks. We'll also be having some Knight Goblins here as these Fanatic abilities. No, it's not just going to be normal ones, so no Fanatics here in the front line. But we'll have having some sort of Savage Rook Arrow Boys. There's like quite a few units of those indeed. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, so there's some Orc Boys as well over there in the back. So 4 units of the Savage Rook Arrow Boys. We're going to have some Orc Boar Boys. 2 units of Orc Boar Boys, Goblins. Some more Orc Boys, Goblins, and Orc Boys. So massively wide infantry front line, massive back line of range as well. The giant River Troll Hag here with the Spirit Leech, Life Leeching, and Mither. As well here with the Orc Shaman with Brain Buster. And Grom the Paunch here with all of his items. Axe of Grom, Lucky Banner, Great in his ear, as well as Language of the Boys. So brilliant stuff there. Let's go in with the Lizard Men here and the big man himself, Ice Power. So we'll be here having the Skink Cohort Javelins in the front, very good anti-skirmish. Swords Warriors with shields here as well. It's like 3 units of those bad boys. The 2nd unit of the Javelins, a 4th unit here of the Swords Warriors. Make that 5, and make that 3 of the Skink Cohort Javelins. We are going to have an Ancient Stegodon here. This bad boy, of course, can be able to shoot as well. So that's a massive 150 range. But look at that range. Look at that damage there, 612 with poison. Excellent stuff. So we're going to have 2 units of the Terran Riders in the sky. We are going to have, of course, Lord Master Mundi here on top of Zlak, who is, of course, the true leader of the Lizard Men. He will be having the Ruination of Cities, Banishment, Shield of the Old Ones, Apotheosis, Harmonic Convergence, Net of Amantok, and, of course, the Greater Arcane Conduit. Looks like 2 more units of the Terran Riders in the sky as well. Not going to say the Fork Sentinels. I really like the Fork Sentinels, maybe perhaps not in this matchup. Very good with their Armor Sundering Rock Drops. But 4 normal ones are pretty good here. Don't really need the Armor Sundering too much up against the lightly armored Greenskins. Maybe only against the Black Orcs, perhaps. Apologies for my voice to begin with. I'm what's that, buddy? I've sent a call blocker for the next Semi-Logic. Fantastic! We have a cool screen blocker for the next one. I like it. I'm sure we'll see some Lizard Men from Ducky today, no doubt. So yeah, apologies in the beginning here. Obviously, the Heavy was playing up a little bit. I have taken something, so I should be good in just a moment. Should be a very interesting one. We're going to have some nets, we're going to have some banishments, we're going to have all sorts of Ruination of Cities as well. Going to be very good at dealing with that Daka line here from the Greenskins. And what else is going to be coming forward here from the Source Warriors? We have lots to punch through. We do have some poison. We certainly have some good spells as well. Brain Buster going down, some good shot cavalry here, armor piercing. It's a very nice skirmish from the Greenskins, which is pretty much what you would expect here from these boys. But 4 units of Terran Riders here up against some Spider Riders and the Morgul's Mangum Marauders. Could be a very interesting contest here. I only think only 3 units of the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and, well, 3 units of Skirmish Cavalry in general is pretty bold. You have lots of Daka line though, so you just need to make sure you protect them using the Daka line. I think maybe they're trying to force them in with a little bit of a bait, but I need to see what's going to go on here. Both sides going to be just squaring each other up, and so there is going to be some shots here going down in front up against the Skink Cohort Javelins. Some really nice Javelins coming in here up against the Morgul's Mangum Marauders. Really good damage there up against the very nice Ice Powers Greenskins. I think Talcum here getting a little bit of the better engagement here. As you can see, balance power already starting to shift into his favour. Lots of damage going on the Morgul's Mangum Marauders. Now, they certainly hold not a tremendous amount of balance power, but I'm so surprised to see it shift already. But as you can see, going to be very close to wavering. They have broken, actually, and you could certainly push them off using the Terran Riders. You certainly want to push onto that if you really can, but of course you are going to see the Daka line here in the back, and I'm sure they can protect. They are going to come forward, but I think he's just going to leave it. He's done the damage. The counter skirmish here with the Skink Cohort Javelins has certainly done its worth. So is that going to be a Spirit Leech? I think there was a Spirit Leech going down here on the one on the left-hand side. And we are going to get any shots in the front here up against the Ancient Stegodon. Master Mundi is coming through. Is he going to catch here? Terra should really help move these Forest Goblin Spider Riders off. There we go. They have been broken. Really good work there. Fear is going to help with that -8 leadership. Map wide here, though. Both sides are going to be holding. Shots going down in the front here. Skink Cohort Javelins really coming through to the front up against the Night Goblins. Ooh, really nice Fanatics here going through. Not doing as much damage as I would have expected. It was like here. Ooh, another Fanatics here going down the line up against the Skink Cohort Javelins. Really nice. Absolutely minced through these boys here. Fantastic. Only 12 going down, but that damage value, yeah, good stuff there up against that unit. Spider Riders are going to be shooting into the pocket here up against the Taurus Warrior Shields. That's what makes these guys so excellent. good with that nice bronze shield and all the extra bits that they do come with. 60 armor is also pretty good here. They should smash apart these goblins. When War does go off, though, we'll get a little bit dangerous. Just got to make sure the green skins get that right engagement with War. As you can see, the boys will be pushing through. The Terror Riders have certainly taken a bit of punishment here. They are going to be down 8 models still, so nice. A nice bit of healing there could be good for those Terror Riders. They're certainly going to be useful in this end stage. Over here, looks like we do have some Skinkies fight up against some Orc Boys. The Orc Boys will push through there rather comfortably. But as you can see here in the pocket, Grom is taking a bit of a pounding. Grom's going to be coming up against the Ancients taking on. Harmonic Convergence going down. Brilliant stuff there with fighting up against Grom. Grom's actually not used any of his abilities. Healing going down as well with Apotheosis there. That's really going to help fight up against Grom. He does have that immune to psychology, so Fear and Terror really not going to have any aid there. But look how quickly he can just turn and run. He's very, very powerful, Grom, with his acceleration and turn speed. Really nice in the back here. Looks like we can get the Morgus Mangular orders. Oh no, looks like it was cancelled. There was going to be a banishment here on this big pocket. That would have been really nice with the very nice Nut Goblins pushing into the back as well. While going off, I hear some nets going down. Is that netted Grom? That looks like a netted Grom there. So yeah, he has been net of Amantok there. He is going to be having War going down, but he's going to be very close to breaking. So the Eggensegelong is coming in for the rear charge. Can you help push off using the nice Terror Riders? Greenskins are really starting to fall apart here at the seams. Frontline is just about holding. These Terror Riders are certainly taking a bit of a punishment as well. Where's Grom? Grom is going to fight up against the Ancient Stegodon. He is certainly quicker. He does have 84 speed. It looks like he has Armor Sundering going down here on top of the Ancient Stegodon as well, putting that to only 100 armor. But Ancient Stegodon certainly is getting the advantage here on the trade. Axe of Grom going down for the extra armor pierce and base weapon damage. But Grom is losing here to the Ancient Stegodon. Jesus, I did not expect Grom to lose just this much. But Grom has gone down pretty much. Grom might even go off here. You need to disengage these Terror Riders and you must push Grom off. That is a big must. If he goes off, I don't think the Greenskins have enough to win this. Charge here coming from the armor piercing Orc Boys here up against Mazda Mundi. It looks like here we also have the Giant River Troll Hag and the Orc Shaman coming over to the right hand side. We have some Pterodons that were on top of the Savage Orc Arrow Boys and the Spider Riders, but a lot of the front line is losing here from the Lizard Men. Source Warriors down to half, 2 units there, half down for the Skinker Hawk Javelins as well. Source Warriors really struggling here in the front line up against those Night Goblins as well. But some of these units are starting to come in weak. Source Warriors, they're starting to pile into the background. That's where you start to see it is a little bit scary here. Grom has come back, and that means Groms will heal, and he will get back up to some of that very, very good health pool that he can normally get to. He's going to be probably about 3k HP if you do just let him heal here in the background. And it will allow the balance power to come back to even, which is going to be very handy here for the Greenskins. As you can see, for that trade, Lord Mundi, Apotheosis is going down. He has been pinned in the middle using a very nice heavy Orc Boys, as well as the Orc Shaman going in there. Ooh, very nice Spirit Leech as well going down on top of Lord Mundi. He's pretty healthy. Oh, Ruination of Cities going down as well, which is quite nice. Really helpful there to terrify and do some good damage up against the Orc Boys. It has allowed him to get away and allowed the Ancient Stegodon to get in and certainly ram here up against the very nice caster here, the Giant River Troll Hag. Now he is going to be getting away, but Grom certainly has some speed. Where is Grom though? Grom's going to be chilling at the back here somewhere. There he is. So Grom's going to be chilling at the back. He's up to 900 HP. He went down to about 300 at one point, so he's already tripled his HP pool so far. In the front though, we do have some Goblins, and we also have some very, very nice Night Goblins, the unbreakable ones here. Just pushing in the front up against Source Warriors. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 units of range still left. We have some Pterodons pushing in the back and really help distract. The Rusty Arrows have gone down. Very good. That Armor Sundering is nice to get rid of. But as you can see, we do have 4 units. Is that 4? No, 1, 2, 3 units here shooting into the Ancient Stegodon. These boys need to be shooting into the Ancient Stegodon for sure. They need to ignore here up against these Source Warriors. I think this is going to be really costly here. Keeping Grom the Paunch alive is going to be quite costly at the end of the game. He's up to 11k HP already. It's going to be 4 times his value. If you do keep him alive. And balance power here is certainly going into Ice Power's favour with the Greenskins. And yeah, this is... Yeah, I don't think there's much left here from these from the Lizard Boys. Did he actually die? No, it doesn't look like Masamuni did die, but he must be broken somewhere on the battlefield. I can't see him. But yeah, there we go, and that will be GG's. I didn't see him go down. I don't know if any of you guys saw him go down. Yeah, Masamundi got caught. You had to get Grom off. And the thing about Grom is the fact that he could heal there in that late game. He quadrupled his value. You left him on 300 HP. He then came back at the end of the game with 1200. You can't allow that. But still, fantastic game here from Talcor. He really had him on the ropes here. That Ancient Stegodon came in with that steel chair for sure. Just absolutely slammed through the front of Grom and was sending him packing for sure. But yeah, 84 kills, 3,370 damage value for the Ancient Stegodon. Mazdamundi coming with 1.4k for Lord. Yeah, very good there on top of Zlak. He did get caught out a little bit. He was a little bit isolated on his own. He certainly needs some support there. Yeah, I think having some support, and especially with the green skins that have such cheap units that are really good at surrounding with Orc Boys, etc. Having something like the ROR Ancient Stegodon with the Judgment of UMAC could be really nice when it is engaged in melee. Those very nice artillery bolts that can come around the side could really just disrupt all sorts of units. You know, break up attack charges, also stop surrounds, and all sorts of things. And you know, it can really help with that damage as well and help terrify units. You know, it could be really good stuff there. But 400 damage value, 488 here for the Saurus Warriors. Yep, okay overall, not great. You're just showing how strong War can be. The boys here, the Orc Boys, let's have a look. There's a bit of a comparison. Yeah, pretty much the same for the Orc Boys for a little bit less value. 700, 700, 300 there for the Fanatics. Yeah, it doesn't really say they're Fanatics when you are clicking on them in-game. There's a bit of a glitch there. I assumed they were Fanatics. I couldn't see why you would take normal Night Goblins in any scenario. 400 there for the Goblins and 300. Goblins are just fantastic with War. You partner them with War and they just get so much good value. 360 for the Celadon Riders, 180, 600, and 420. I didn't see any Watt drops, I must admit. I didn't see any or hear any. So interesting stuff. But 470 from the Savage Orcs, 350, 1,200 there. Those would have been the ones shooting into the nice big dinos. 850 for 4k damage value. Looks like 700 here from the Orc Boys, 330 here from these, 340, 606 with only 350 from the Morgan Spangler Marauders. Really nice seeing those go off early, and also shutting those two down, him and Grom, was actually really nice. I really like that quick early play there. They could have also been done with being chased off, but yeah, good stuff. GG's, well played indeed. So how are we all doing? Oh, just wishing here was a good, just wishing there was a good stream on. Wish granted indeed. Thank you very much, Blackthorn, and welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, Ice Power's build was good. It was good, for sure. It was good. It's multi-layered. You know, lots of Fanatics as well to really break up those attacks coming forward. You know, really disrupt a lot of those. You know, compared to the Greenskins, Elite Saurus Warriors that are very tanky, lots of armor, pretty hard for most mid to low tier units to deal with. With War, if you have, you know, say some Orc Boys, they can certainly do some good work, but they will struggle. They will struggle. I see a grudge match rivalry is alive and well in the other semi. Indeed, indeed, Parker. I don't know how these two always meet each other, but they always do. Alright, so it looks like it's going to be Pit Greenskins, Band Vampires, and Lizard Men. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. I think Empire here is a perfect pick. Empire's a really nice, good counter pick. Tomb Kings as well could do quite nice. Matt, please, apologies there, gentlemen. It's going to be Astilian Tomb. Okay. So, for everybody that is watching, or welcome, I hope you're having a fantastic time. Remember to say to Matt, yes, I did, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Biblington. Always, it's always very handy to have you here helping me. I forget the simplest things sometimes. Yes, so it's going to be 1-0 here to Ice Power. All I want to do is just hang out and talk to you guys. That's what I'm here for, right? No, if anybody here is just chilling, having a good time, maybe you're brand new here, what would really help me here today is if you are really enjoying this stream so far, maybe try hitting that like button. It would really help promote. So obviously, if you like it, it gives more interactions with the live stream. It really promotes it out to the wider YouTube and really helps promote this live stream and therefore my content. And if you want to help me even more, you can also think about subscribing. That would also alert you for all videos and live streams coming forward in the future, and it would mean a lot to me. So that'd be very kind. Thank you very much if you decide you'd like to do that. How are we doing, Riffle Shuffle? How'd you going, buddy? How did your games go? I saw that you played early on here down in the lower side of things. So you played up against Ice Power. How'd your game go against Ice Power? Obviously, there's best of one, so there's not too much to talk about, but how did it go? Hey, Caradoc, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. Venge, come on, fire imbued Hellblasters. Let's see some firepower. I think indeed that's what we're going to see. I think indeed that's what we're going to see. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription, Riffle Shuffle. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's really kind. So what's your prediction on this match? We're going to have Greenskins up against Empire. I've seen more and more recently the Empire coming through with some big wins. You know, you see Volkmar the Grim. You certainly see maybe Banner of Eternal Flame popping on with some, especially some very good artillery pieces. Very, very commonly used ones are like Hellblaster volley guns. They're very good at just ripping apart Grom and ripping apart the Giant Riveter Hag, which are common picks here in this matchup, for sure. The only thing there is you could see a bit of a counter to this normal build, and you could perhaps come with, say, 3 Doom Diver catapults. That could be something for sure. I wonder how Penta Greatsword, triple gold, chevron with light magic would do here. It sounds to me, Mr. Blackthorn, like you've tried this. How you doing, Benzo? I think Ice has a good anti-greenskin build, no? I imagine he does, yeah. I imagine he does. I imagine it's very well practiced. Icebar, I hope you are listening. Hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing, Ice Power? Yes, Blackthorn, that's my planned build. Fantastic. I want to say what's up to Mr. Legendary, or the legendary Ice Power Total War. He's a really, really cool guy. I believe you do stream some of your own tournaments, Mr. Ice Power. I don't know if you do that here on YouTube or you do that here on Twitch. I'm not sure which it is. But either way, just in case, go check both out. Go onto Twitch and go onto YouTube and go type in Ice Power Total War, or TW, and go find and see all of his content, because he's an awesome guy. What's this? Oh, no, he's let you down. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I stream PvPs pretty much. Yeah, so I think you do most of it. He does most of his own like tournament content stuff. So when he plays in tournaments and such, he'll do his point of view. So you guys can head on there and see, you know, a very, very strong player here in the community play to a very high level. So it's always quite fun there to hang in with a cool dude and watch some excellent games. So go ahead there on YouTube and type in Ice Power Total War and check him out. So I got a couple of messages. Right, I have to save this image. Give me a second. Into here. Perfect. So I'm going to save that for a little bit later. We have a nice little, couple of things coming up. Let's pop in here with you guys. There we go. Yeah, no problem, buddy. No problem. Seems that Icepower has a fan. How did your game go against Mr. Caradoc, Biblington? How did you get on? What matchup did you bring? Ice Power Total War. Interesting. Grom approves. Indeed, Mr. Hammond. Grom did approve in that last matchup. Alright, so both here going to be on Astilian Sim. A little bit of a smaller map here. It can be very, very quick to engage. You can get rushes for sure. Can be very hard to kite this map. Lots of trees in the way, and actually you get some pretty good Vanguard deployments from both sides. So that can also be quite favourable if you do perhaps decide to use them when your opponent isn't quite expecting it. Common builds here can be like a flagellant box, where you see 2 Hellblaster volleys, as well as the very nice Volkmar the Grim, as well as a priest. And, you know, normally you see some sort of fire magic is pretty good, like Burning Head for the negative leadership can be quite nice, fireballs can be quite good. Folks, once again, assuming Total War, TW stands for Total War. Folks, once again, assuming... Oh, does it... You don't think it stands for Total War? Anyway, let's pop in here and see what we've got for the big man, the myth, the legend. So we are going to have the Sigma Sons Unbreakable with some more flagellants here in the front line. Very nice stuff. We're going to have some Spearman Shields, some more Swordsmen, and I think some more Spearmen as well. We're going to have the Knights of the Blazing Sun, 2 units in the map, very good there for that fire damage, and 78 charge bonus, 100 armor, with that Silver Shield making them just so exceptional. A Foot Firecaster here today, he will be having the Burning Head, the Cascading Fire Cloak, and also Fireball with Kindle Flame. Really, really nice stuff. So lots of spears. We're going to have 2 units of the handguns, 3 units of handguns. So no RR here today. RR can be quite nice with that magic damage, but is that really important here today? Not potentially. There's not going to be really any sort of physical resistance here from the boys in green, so you don't really need to pop out that extra amount there. It looks like he's gone for more firepower rather than... he's gone for quantity rather than quality, I should say. So in the front, we are going to be having Volkmar the Grim with the Grand Soulfire, Grand Shield of Faith, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, Banishment, and the Jade Griffin. Very nice. So this is going to be triple Knights of the Blazing Sun, I think. Yes, triple Knights. So for the boys in the green, we're going to be having the Orc boys in the front with some nice Black Orcs. Some more Orc boys, the 8-peak loonies with those Fanatics. The Orc boys, more and more Black Orcs with Orc boys. We're going to be having the Frost Goblin Spider Riders with those nice spears. The Orc boy Biggins, as well as some very nice Orc Arrow boys. 2 units of those. More Orc Arrow boys or Orc Arrow boys. And some Orc boy Biggins. And here in the back we are going to be having Wurzag. Fantastic. Love to see the big boy here today. Now as I come through with those very good spells, we will be having Effigy of Daggett, as well as Get Back here, Fist of Gork, Gaze of Gork, which could be quite interesting for those magic missiles, a Bonewood Staff, the Squiggly Beast, and all the other good bits and bobs. 25% physical resistance as well, absolutely no joke. We also have the Goblin Big Boss here. Is he going to be on a wolf? It looks like he's on a wolf, not a Spider Rider. The wolf here will obviously make him a little bit faster, 92 speed for himself there, and he will be coming with a They Need Stabbing. Very good for the negative 30 armor, negative 24 melee defense, especially here on top of Volkmar the Grim. Just makes it that little bit weaker there, but it's like the Grand Shield of Faith going down. Just allow these very nice Daka lines here to shoot into the big target of Grom, of Volkmar the Grim. Just expect Grom to be in this matchup. So it's like the Fanatics are going down, and it looks like they didn't potentially hit. It looks like a nice hit there in the end of the Sigma Sons, but not too much in general. So the Fidelians are going to be fighting up against the Goblin Big Boss. Nice big powder going down here up against these Black Orcs. These Chalks can certainly chalk the cheese here of these swordsmen. They'll be going through nice and quickly, and look at that damage coming out here. Very, very good stuff. Burning Head going down should completely decimate this unit. Maybe even break it if you're not careful. And it's going to miss the second one, so good micro there from Talcor, but the first one's certainly getting hit. A Banishment going down here up against the Black Orcs as well. No magic resistance for them, so they're certainly going to be getting hit nice and hard here in the pockets. Black Orcs are perfect at dealing with units such as Volkmar the Grim, but in the pocket we're going to be having the Orc boys here fighting up against the Flagellants, and we're also going to be having a broken unit of Orc boys with the second unit here trying to fight up against these unbreakable Sigma boys. Shooting in the back with the Orc boys, they're going to be shooting into these very, very nice tasty handgun pockets, and shooting up against the nice naked Flagellants. Wurzag does have a really nice charge bonus. He's going to have 101 at the moment. I think he normally has about 85, somewhere around that region. But he can certainly pack a punch. Good armor piercing, good charge bonus. With 63 melee attack as well, he can certainly do some good work here up against Volkmar the Grim if he gets some good cycle charging. He can certainly take down the Bright Wristed as well, which could be quite the good snipe if you're smart about it. Of course, he's going to be protected here by the Knights of the Blazing Sun. The pocket has opened, and in they come. They're going to be going straight through here into the back line up against the Orc Arrow boys. This is where a Brain Buster would be very nice, but no Brain Busters today. But looks like they're certainly going to get the back. They do have 25% magic resistance. A nice Burning Head here up against the Orc Arrow boys. Immune Psychology going down there as well, but it will break as Burn does not take into account for immune to psychology. The Orc Arrow boys in the back, they're going to be down to half health as well. They're getting charged massively here by the Knights of the Blazing Sun. You need to protect this back line using the Orc Arrow, the Orc boy Biggins here. You need to be helping the back line. Also, the Orc Arrow boys are going to be facing the wrong way. A few of the greenskins here, just a little bit out on the periphery, not unfortunately doing too much. But a couple of broken units here, some spearmen, some handguns looking very weathered there. But we are going to get the nice big black chalks here coming through into the middle. We could get a very good downhill charge here for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. 71 speed, some of the fastest cavalry in the roster here for the Empire. The big shots here going down into the backside of the Orc boy Biggins. They're going to fight up against the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Taking those down can be quite good there for value for the greenskins. We do have a second unit that has been terrified over here, and we are going to be sending in the Orc boys here to fight up against Volkmar the Grim. Wozak has certainly been taking some punishment, not too sure wherefore. Maybe he was fighting here up against Volkmar. Volkmar has also taken a bit of a punch as well. Black Orcs in the middle are going to be breaking. Balance of power here massively going into Ice Power's favour, and it looks like here the Black Orcs have managed to get onto the Bright Wizard, but they have to take down these handgunners. They can't allow to be getting shot while taking down the very, very good mage. Orc Arrow boys in the back are going to be trying to aid where they can, but Sigma Sun's Unbreakable Flagellants here really pushing onto the boys in green and shutting down that backline range. Over here in the pocket, we are going to be having Knights of the Blazing Sun, Volkmar the Grim chasing after the nice Wurzag. He's not super quick. He is going to be having 62 speed here on his nice hog, but we have 71 for the Knights of the Blazing Sun, and they're going to be very good with that charge mechanic as well, getting on top of Wurzag. So we do actually have some nice big guns coming back in the pocket, and another banishment here trying to take down the Black Orcs. As the Black Orcs do come through, they will be fighting here up against the Spearmen. They should comfortably win there in combat, but also they are going to be losing due to leadership. Balance of power massively away from them as well. When they do go, it will more than likely be army losses if you're not careful. And there we go, it is. For a fantastic game here, coming from the nice big Ice Power, just really showing how far Empire have come here into beating the Greenskins. Really, really good stuff. Really, really well played here from Talcor. Two tough matchups for sure. So looks like we are going to be getting 650 here from Wurzag. Only 60 here from the Goblin Big Boss. It looks like he must have got sniped from really early on. 50 there, 500 for the Black Orcs. I do like Black Orcs in this matchup, but the problem is if they get pinned in with unbreakable units and then just shot by cheap handgunners, you can lose a lot of value there quickly. I think they're 1150, so there's, you can lose massive amount of balance of power there. But 140 for the Orc boys, 555 for the 8-peak loonies, 675 for the second unit of Black Orcs as well, 630 for the Orc boys, really, really good stuff, 420, 460, 400, and 570 for the Orc Arrow boys. Orc Arrow boys here, very good. They're like Savage Orcs, but without the melee stats, right? So they're pretty good otherwise. 85 for the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, 120, and the nice big ones here, 540 and 570. So here for Volkmar the Grim, 1.7k for him, 864 for the Bright Wizard. Some really lovely burning heads there coming out of Ice Power. 400 damage value for the Spears, 350, 650 from the Sigma Suns. Still half 50 give. Sigma Suns just, because of their unbreakable status, they can, and their good melee stats thanks to being triple gold chevron, can really give some good value back for sure. Looks like 700 value for the Flagellants, 90 here for the other swordsmen. Look at the difference. The difference is massive. Of course, these ones were fighting against Black Orcs. It'll obviously be very different there, but they can certainly get some good value. Shafarazm, how you doing, buddy? I've seen Shafarazm run in a while. Maybe he's just taking a bit of a break. But 900 for the handguns, 998 here, so 1,000 for these handgunners, and 207. Looks like we have 170, 130, yeah, the Spearmen really struggled, so 60, 120. You can see how much they just struggled there. But obviously these boys is going to be the meat sacks that just hold this back line together. But 730, 1,300, and 822, just showing how great the Knights of the Blazing Sun can be. In this matchup, I've seen Knights of the Blazing Sun get 2.5k in this matchup. It's really awesome. But really, really well played. Welcome. Waiting for Big Ducky to join, but thanks to the series, bud. See you around. Yep, see you around. And GG's well played. Yeah, really, really well played there. What we'll do is we'll leave that as 2-0 on for the moment until we get Ducky in. So we'll leave that for 2-0 with the name in. So going forward here, let's get this picture in. We need to get this picture in. So let's go plus image. Going to be Okay, so we have to browse here and find a nice image. Hopefully we can find this. I don't think it's going to be that high up. Here we go. Lovely. Awesome stuff. I love it. I love it. Let's do it. All right. So looks like we have a Rubber Duck War in here as well. Fantastic. Let's have a look, see what you guys said. GG's. Yeah, GG's indeed. Some really, really good games there. GG's. That fantastic dodge was awesome. I didn't see that dodge. Hello again, Mr. Ice Power. Well played, buddy. The all-British final is well and truly on, indeed. Indeed. If Ducky can win this, it will be an all-British final, which should be quite fun. Good luck, Mr. Rubber Duck War. I like Wurzag. I think I would have preferred to see some different spells, but I like Wurzag. I really, really do like Wurzag. Wurzag's quite fun. So Outdoor for Outskirts. Let me just get up for these guys, so they can see what's going on. There we go, so they can see that now. All right, so what's your prediction here, everybody? Nice job, Ice Power. Total whap. So what's everybody's prediction here for the semi-final here between Mr. Rubber Duck War and also Mr. Caradoc? We're just going to call him Ducky War. And then we're going to go here, we're going to change this to Mr. Caradoc. Okay, looks like we're going to have to readjust them anyway. You can see all of it magically change on the screen for you. Perfect. Lovely jubbly. So, all right, so let's get into this. Remember to change the scoreboard. Yeah, thank you very much, Pivington. Yeah. Trying to remember what we had left to do here. Okie dokie. Yeah, so what's everybody's predictions? I'm very interested to see what people think. All right, there we go. There's the maps ready and going for the final. Let's jump in with you guys. All right, so it looks like band. So it looks like we're going to be having. I would go Dino Boys for Robert Duck of War, and he's going to be banning Vampirates and Skaven. Yeah, pretty good bands there, pretty standard. He's going to be going with Norska, is Caradoc. Lots of bonus for large there for these guys, indeed. I predict Sartosa win. I don't think either of these play Vampirates, actually. Got to go for the Duck. Indeed, Mr. Venge. Indeed, you've got to go for the Duck. Been saying Albert final all night, so clearly Ducky will win. All right, Krell. So Krell's got Ducky to win then. Hell of a nice player. Yeah, he is good. He's a good player. Is Caradoc. He's shot through the scene. Yeah, so I got two things to announce actually today. As we've got a little bit of time whilst these guys are making, I've actually got a best of 7 coming this weekend. So I'll be doing a best of 7 on Sunday. So we're going to have 2 up and rising people here in the community that I really want to show off some of their skills. Well, and one of them is actually going to be Caradoc. So we're going to be having Caradoc here is going to be one of the players in the best of 7. And we're also going to be having Biblington. So these are 2 guys that have really raised through the ranks nice and quickly. These 2, alongside me, started during the beginning of the WWC. These were our first games. This was our first tournament. And I think these guys have really progressed really well. Really well. So I want to show them here in a best of 7 on Sunday. So we've got that coming forward, and then we have a nice tournament here on Tuesday that I'll tell you about just before the final. That's going to be my massive. That's probably going to be the biggest tournament I've ever done. I've been keeping it slightly on the down low. Some people know about it, some people might not, but it's going to be on the down low about this tournament until Tuesday. I will tell you before the semi-finals. So after these are done, I'll tell you about that. And then we've got some more big stuff coming next week as well. When I realised I brought Gaze of Morg and a single target spell instead of the Brain Muscle, I knew I'd lost. Ah, dude, that's such a shame. That actually happened. That was the hilarious thing is that actually happened in a game in Ducky's tournament yesterday between me and Phoenix. Me and Phoenix played Dowie up against Chaos, and she brought Sigvold without his healing item. I was like, oh, okay. That's a bold pick. But yeah, don't take anything away from yourself today, Talcor. You played excellent, dude. When I randomized it, this bottom bracket was unhealthy. Like, I can't, for some reason, I think I need to refresh this. Let me have a look, see if that works for it. Yeah, so you had to play Bob Tresh, who's absolutely no joke, very good RTK player. Then you had to play up against Krablin, who's also excellent, and then up against Ice Power. I think you couldn't have got more of a hard run, if I'm honest. Like, very good stuff. And even as well, Ice Power played well, beating Riffle Shuffle, he's a very good player, and then beating Evenstar and have to play you as well. Very tough matchup. Evenstar beating Lunacy, which is another strong matchup. RTK Slayer as well, fighting up against Evenstar, and then Evenstar Ice Power quarter final. That was quite strong. So you guys have really come through. Void playing up against a big win from Dr. Jellyfish there up against Void. As well, then losing to Krablin. So nice big bottom bracket here. The top bracket was quite fun as well. We had a couple of new players up here in the top bracket, and then some pretty experienced players with Biblington, Phoenix, Caradoc, Ducky, Artisan as well. Some of the more experienced players there. And then some of the newer players as well, and some people that I've never seen before, you know, having Kloss come back as well, Bobo playing, Big Doyle, Praetor, lots of really awesome guys coming back in as well, which is nice to see. How are we doing, Dr. Jellyfish? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Looks like both are ready. Let's hop in. Cool. These tournaments are always the highlight of my day. Oh, thank you very much, Benzo. That means a lot, dude. That really does mean a lot. I'm really glad that you are enjoying this content. I'm really glad you are. And anyway, if you think about it this way, it looked to me like the first half of the battle to realise I had the wrong spells. Oh, that's alright, buddy. It happens. It happens to the best of us. You know, I've made mistakes as well. In a WWDC game that was vital for me to win, I left like a 2,000 gold unit out of a build against Empire with Chaos, and I should have won. It happens to the best of us, dude. It really, really does. Oh, right here. So for the Lizardmen and Ducky, we are going to have some Pterodon Rider 5-each bowlers here in the sky. There's like 3 units of the 5-each bowlers. Fantastic. We're also going to be having some Saurus Spears with some Saurus Warriors here in the front as well as the very nice Star Chamber Guardians. We are going to be coming in with the big Nokai the Wanderer here with Primal Roar and Miasma of Despair. It looks like he's also going to be having his nice ability, which is the Golden Tributes, I believe it is, which gives perfect vigor in a 30-meter radius. We have some more Saurus shields, some more Saurus Spears with shields, and looks like quite a few units of Skink Cohort Javelins. We are going to have a Skink Priest of Bees coming in with Flock of Doom, and also the nice Manticore Summon. We are going to have a Skink Chief in the sky, which is going to be very sneaky here if you have nothing to deal with it. It's just going to sit there and poke up against your nice good lord. We are going to have units of nice Norscan Ice Wolfhounds here for the Norscans. Some more Marauders like that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of Norscan Warhounds. Sorry, Norscan Marauders in the front, with some Marauder Hunters here with the Throwing Axes. So Throwing Axes is going to be very interesting. Lots of armor piercing, and they're pretty decent melee combatants as well. Compared to the Javelins, they actually have 36 melee attack. They're pretty good here. They're actually, in some ways, better than Marauders for front line, which is also quite interesting. So they can do pretty well there. We're also going to have a Shaman Sorcerer of Metal. Looks like he's coming in with that final transmutation, as well here as the Searing Doom with the Scroll of Shielding. We're going to be having Wolfric here on a Mammoth, who's going to be very, very good here today. So Hunters of Champions, as well as the Sea Fang, 2 very good abilities. More Marauder Hunters with those Throwing Axes, as well as some Norscan Ice Trolls. Ice Trolls very good. Only 60 armor, but they do have that good regeneration, frostbite, and lots of armor piercing weapon strength. So very, very good stuff here. In the side, we're going to have the Beasts of Tashnar, very good at dealing with all of those large cavalry. And especially the Pterodon Riders do come down to the floor. They certainly get chewed up by those boys. It's time indeed. Nakai indeed, and Nakai is he's just a man of the people. With the Star Chamber Guardians actually coming in, they're actually, you know, like no joke. They'll certainly come in with that Guardian, with that perfect vigor as well from Nakai. They can certainly supplement each other really nicely. Primal Roar also given that very good increase in melee attack. I believe it's somewhere near 40 actually. Yeah, 40 melee attack and 22% physical resistance. Absolutely no joke. So over here, we are going to have some Throwing Axes here. Really trying to go into the Fire-Leech Bowlers. And yeah, they're going to be taking a punch for sure. They're going to be getting hit pretty hard. Big man Talcor. Yeah, they're going to be shooting to the front. They're certainly hitting here up against the Skink Chief as well. The Skink Chief really wants to try and see if he can hang around up against the Shaman Sorcerer. But of course, he's going to have some really nice backline protection here from the Marauder Hunters. There's going to be no skirmish cavalry here today, which is quite interesting to see. But nice and cheap here with 5 units of those Marauder Throwing Axes can be very good here in this pocket. So they're going to be fighting in the front line up against these cheap units. We are going to have the bonus for large Star Chamber Guardians here, helping give that nice physical resistance up against the Nakai. Primal Roar going down, increased melee attack, could really punch through these Norscan Ice Trolls. As you can see, they're going to be massively losing in combat and very, very quickly. Look at that leadership, down to -2 already. Fantastic. They might break it. They have broken. Very interesting stuff coming through. Sea Fang as well. Sea Fang is going to be not quite doing what you'd hope there, unfortunately. But it looks like we certainly had a summon in the sky. I can't see it. There it is. Summon in the sky is going to be coming with that terror after the Norscan Ice Trolls. They don't have any protection against that terror, so it can be very, very handy. Looks like final transportation here going down on top of the Star Chamber Guardians. Overextended as well to really get that value in there. And certainly we do some value up against all these multiple units here coming into that pocket. Nakai the Wanderer really helping break Marauder Hunters and get through into this backside. Looks like he's going to be running away from Wolfric the Wanderer, as he's going to be trying to bait the nice Hunters of Champions in. We are going to be having the Star Chamber Guardians here fighting up against Wolfric. Wolfric does need to get away. Throwing Axes aren't going to be helping in the pocket, really start to chew apart these Star Chamber Guardians. But it looks like here we have lost both Norscan Ice Trolls here in the front. Balance of Power are going to be heavily pushing here into a Ducky of War's favour. But it looks like this is going to be difficult here for the Norscans. A lot of their front line is broken. You are going to be regenning here with the Stone Trolls, but they're going to get comfortably pushed off by the Skink Chief. It looks like it has been poked to death with the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal. He's gone down relatively quickly there. Maybe just getting shots here by the Skink Chief. But here it looks like the Ferromanticore has Rampage. We'll be going after Wolfric. Wolfric has a very low leadership, as you can see. Balance of power starting to come slightly back towards the middle. Not massively, but slightly. It looks like we do have Nakai in there as well, really trying to come through with the punch. We have some Source Forest shields. The Star Chamber Guardians are in now. Wolfric is in an absolute state of despair right here. He really needs some support here. Looks like we're going to have another Manticore summon that's going to come straight after Wolfric. Wolfric needs to maintain his health here. If he loses too much more health, Balance of Power is just going to flop right over. He is far too expensive. As you can see, we have the Teldrum Riders actually popping on top of the Marauder Hunters. Nothing to protect those from the front line. And it's starting to look a little bit dire here for the boys in brown. Wolfric, Miasma of Despair going down. Negative leadership, negative speed, negative vigor. Really going to be hurting. A nice Sea Fang though coming up against a couple of these units. But it looks like Caradoc here is going to be really trying to get away. But 4.8k health left for him. Try and see if you can get a couple of units. Maybe the Skin Chief come over, poison him as well. Could be really handy in slowing him down. And just allow the rest of these units here to catch up. Get your Fire Bowlers as well. Get them over and shooting. But it's like a little bit of a resurgence from the Norskans. Some Marauder Hunters in the back going to be helping shoot here into the Skink. Very nice Skinky boys. And you're going to be getting that regen here for the Norskan Ice Trolls. So we do have one unit of Ice Trolls back. And we have another unit over here as well. So we have 2 units of Norskan Ice Trolls back over here on the periphery. They are going to be getting shot by the Pterodon Riders. They do have 5 models shooting there in that pocket as they do break the Marauder Hunters. But what's going down with Wolfric the Wonder? Wolfric the Wonder is going to be getting chased here by the Ferromanticore. Rear charge coming through. It's going to be 4.3 here. Are we going to see too much damage here? Maybe see about 400 or 500 damage coming out of him. No, hit there, a little bit unsuccessful. There we go. 400 going down there, putting down to 4k. So doing 10% damage. Really, really good stuff. Shots coming out of the Skink Chief as well, who certainly does about 400 damage value as well if he is successful. Another, yeah, just these two combined are really going to help wreck Wolfric here in this middle stage of the game. Balance of power really shifting left and right, left and right. The boys are pushing here as well. I think Nikai has some good speed. 50 speed, not bad there for a foot infantry unit. And he's going to be pushing to the back and just terror routing all of these units and breaking them left, right, and centre. Norskan Ice Trolls could get caught. 54 speed, so they are going to be a little bit faster here than Nikai the Wanderer. He'll also be having that perfect vigor the whole time thanks to his ability. But it's like these boys will be having that nice regen. And balance power is certainly not going to help them, but if they can heal enough, maybe they can come back and have a little bit of a resurgence. Because obviously there's going to be no healing here for the dinosaurs. Throwing axes, only have 8 leadership. Wolfric is really trying to stay alive here. We have the Beast of Tashnar that could be very good in the pocket. They certainly need to buy their time and wait for the key targets to go after. Very nice bombs there going, and a nice Sea Fang as well against this pocket. Really nice Sea Fang there. Yeah, brilliant Sea Fang coming out of Wolfric there and Caradoc. Some rock drops as well coming down and breaking the Beast of Tashnar. Good work there. So they're also trying to go after the Norskan Ice Wolves. Really trying to give them some more map presence. But really healing here is going to be the Norskan Ice Trolls. They're going to come through and really try and help whack here up against the Nikai the Wonder. 100 champions going down on him as well, which is going to force him to back away here. Flock of Doom coming in, really getting some good damage here on Nikai and the rest of the team. And 5H Bowler shooting in, balance of power gone, and that is going to be a GG's here for the Lizardmen. A really, really nice try here from Caradoc. It really, really was a nice try. Hey, Full Poland, how you doing, buddy? I really like this attempt from Caradoc. He's trying to have quite the greenskins approach, I feel like, here. You know, a bit of a cheaper front line that certainly can support itself using the range mechanics. Coming through with 300, 100, 400, 130, and 300. So not some doing well, some not doing so well. They're certainly going to struggle here up against Saurus Warriors. But they're doing pretty good here up against these Skin Cohort Javelins, and they do pretty well up against Saurus Spears. But it's like they're throwing axes. It all comes down to them. So 500, 300, 370, 800, and 190. So a few dropping below, some going massively above, which is quite nice. Showing that they do potentially have a place, but I do generally prefer javelins. But of course here, if there's no big dinos, those javelins can struggle. But Marauder Hunters with those throwing axes can be very good at taking down the shields here from the Saurus Warriors and really help chew through those units, which can be quite nice. 116 for 400 damage value for the Beasts of Tashnar. 73 for 450 from the Norskan Ice Wolves. And let's get a look here. So 318, 230, and 400 for the Norskan Ice Trolls. So Ice Trolls are absolutely fantastic, but they have to have infantry fighting alongside them because they have so few models. They have some really, really good AP, but they have to be supported. That leadership is very low from them. So 875 from Nikai the Wanderer. As we can see, 1,300 for the Skink Chief there in the sky. Such a pain. He would have just been shooting here up against the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal. 1.4 for Wolfric, sorry if I didn't say that. But 1.4 for him. But yeah, I think he was just shooting there the whole time. And that is the problem, and that is what is so painful about the Skink Chief in the sky. If you don't have anything to combat him, he can just sit there and just pick apart your Lord. I really like him actually against Beastmen. He's pretty good against Beastmen. But 610, 450 here from the Saurus Spears, 650 and 520 from the Saurus Warriors. Star Chambers 1.2, still lots of health there, still so much more value to give. 470 here from the Skin Cohort Javelins with 460. 800 and 320, just showing how valuable the Skin Cohort Javelins really can be. You're certainly not going to get that value from normal Skin Cohorts. Those triple Javelins, just think of them as like miners and blasting charges. Like they're just like, you never see normal miners. Like just seeing them with the Javelins is super nice. But 700, 800 and 560 here for the Pterodon Riders. Really, really good stuff. So we should be going on to Astilian Tomb now. And let's pop on that very, very nice image here. Right, let's hop in with you guys, see what you're saying. No, we had a Polish 2v2 semi-finals game. Oh, very nice. Who did you play with there for Poland? Was it you and Grombrindle? GG indeed, Mr. Ice Power. Nikai OP confirmed. You heard it here. You heard it here. How you doing, Knighthood? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hello, Warhammer fans and greenskin abusers. Indeed. Plenty of those here. I mean, well, obviously with greenskins getting nerfed here in the next patch, it should be... it's not far away from us as well. I believe it's going to be the 16th of July. We'll be seeing those greenskins getting nerfed quite hard. Some good buffs to Beastmen and some nice entity changes here for Lizardmen. Yes, it was. Yes, it was, I can say. I won well. Good, good. I'm glad it went well for Poland. But yeah. Was there an English cast? Do you know? That's what something I'd watch. Love to watch 2 vs 2. Or if you want, like obviously up to you for Poland. If you want, I don't mind casting it. You know, afterwards. You know, just do a little cast for you of that. If some people would like to see some of your 2v2s from the Polish tournament, and I'll of course give them a good stuff there. Don't forget the banner score. Oh, thank you very much, Parkerilla. Thank you. Yet again. Yet again. All right, score there. Let's go here with Mr. Ducky. He's going to be going there with a big fat 1. It's going to be 1-0 here for a Ducky of War up against Caradot. The winner here playing up against the big Ice Power in the final. All right, so Caradot's going to come with those greenskins. Ducky is going to go with Empire. Now here, Caradot, this is his best faction. Greenskins is by far his best faction. So this will be very interesting. Oh, yes, please, Logic. Okay, so, and we waiting for some casting now. So, sorry, only Polish. No problem. As I said, for Poland, if you would like me to cast it, feel free to send me a private message and we can organise that. Or otherwise, if you prefer, I'm sure Ducky wouldn't mind either. Yeah, the DLC is not far away indeed. 2 weeks to the DLC. Should be really fun. I'm really excited. And as you know with me, as soon as that DLC comes out, we are going to have tournament after tournament after tournament. Me and Ducky have a nice schedule going now, where you guys have tournaments every single day of the week. Should be awesome. I spent about 500 testing games versus AI, trying to find solutions for my HE to beat greenskins. High elves to beat greenskins is very, very tough. Is it doable? Realistically, no. Anything can be achieved, but if you have 2 people playing the perfect game with good-ish builds, it can be very tough for the high elves. It is very, very tough. They're just too expensive, in my opinion, to deal with the greenskins in this current meta. I really hope we don't end up with Chameleon Skink buff. That would be so cruel. Maybe I will talk to Grombindo about this. Yeah, no problem, Foreboding. No pressure, no pressure. Okay, buddy. Yeah, sure. So, I think if we go on... if you look at the video, for example, so if you go through the Total Warhammer when they did the release for Exotl and also the brass ball. If you do see there, you'll see he actually comes through, and you'll see there's some couple of like skinks over the top. I think something we can certainly expect is either an ROR skink javelin unit, or we can certainly expect an ROR chameleon skink unit. I'm certain we're either going to have both, or at least one of those. At least one. I think if we're going to get an ROR skink cohort javelin unit, I think that's probably going to come with Stalk, and you'd also have, like, obviously it'd be triple gold, so it'll have extra stats, and it'll also come through with something else. So it might have Snipe, or it might have something like that. But I certainly expect if we have chameleon skinks, they're certainly going to have Snipe, and I imagine they might come through with, let's say, like red crested skink, say like hammers like that. So they might come through with like some armor piercing, or, you know, better stats, that sort of thing. That's something I'm expecting, and maybe going to be a little bit faster as well. So instead of being that 48 speed, you might see something like 54, something like that. I haven't even dared to try house into grease skins. I don't need to see that kind of pain. Indeed, Bibblington, indeed. Although I must say, if you're going to go elves, I think the worst matchup for the three, so between high elves, dark elves, wood elves, I think the worst has to be dark elves, I think. I think dark elves have the harshest time dealing with the greenskins. I would think. I would think. I only play high elves, so yeah. I mean, if you can play high elves, I'm sure you can play other units. I think you can play dark elves if you can play high elves. I think, for sure. I found a way for dwarves to beat AI greenskins on hard without moving any dwarfs. Oh, very nice. Very nice. All right, both are ready. Let's see what they said here. Ready, good luck, have fun. In the name of Sigmar, let's do this. I'm excited. Let's get on. So this here is going to be the biggest rivalry here in BattleMania. The simple reason it's the biggest rivalry is these two come in every single tournament. They somehow end up finding each other. I don't know how, like, because every time I do this, it's completely random. I randomize all of the stages. So you could come up against anybody at any point, you know. And these two always find each other. And I don't know how it goes. I don't know how they do it, but they always find each other. Alright, so we're going to be having it here with the Empire. So I'm sure here we'll be seeing 3 units of the Knights of the Blazing Sun. So 2 units of Knights of the Blazing Sun there, very good. We're also going to have 1, 2, 3 units of handguns, very nice. 2 units of the Flagellants, as well as 1, 2, 3, 4 units of spears. Some there with shields, some not. We are, of course, going to be having the Warrior Priest. We'll be having the Soulfire, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, and the Banner of Eternal Flame. And we'll also be having Volkmar the Grim with the Grand Soulfire, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, as well as Banishment, Jade Griffin, Divine Power, and Benediction. We're also going to be having a Bright Wizard on foot with the Burning Head, Flaming of Sword and Ruin, as well as the Fireball and Kindle Flame. So very good double hero and Lord threat there. In the front, I'm sure we're going to be seeing the ROR Swordsman. Yes, so the Sigma Sons here, these boys that fight for the man, the myth, the legend. These boys can certainly do with a bit of a look update. They look very boring for a ROR unit for sure. If you compare them here to the normal one, they don't particularly look too much different. Ducky's just moving around his forces a little bit, but as you can see here, they don't look too much different. They have like these like green shields, but they don't look too different. They could really do with a bit of an update, in my opinion. Right, so for the boys in green, we are going to have the nice Orc boys here in the front with some Orc boy biggins as well for that bonus first large, and also some more Orc boys, the AP Cloonies, some more Orc boys, and some more Orc boys. Lots of Orc boys with some Orc boy biggins. I really like Orc boy biggins. I think they're good value. Some Orc arrow boys here in the back. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 units of those, very good, as well as some nice forest goblin spider riders, the nasty skulkers, which I really like. These boys do of course come with that stalk, and that very nice ability which is smoke bomb. We also have a nice one which is opportunist murderer, which means that they are winning in combat, we get increased melee attack and also armor piercing, which can be very handy against units such as the dwarfs. You can also have the goblin big boss here, who's going to come with they need stabbing, very good at reducing that armor there for all lords and heroes. Nasty skulkers with some more forest goblin spiders, and lots of forest goblin spiders, and the Hammer of Gork. So I really like the Hammer of Gork, very good here with its negatives. So as you can see, it will be having blinded for the negative melee attack, negative melee defense, or negative accuracy. Also going to have the nice big Great Goblin Shaman here with the 120 armor. he will be having the Don't Even Try It, so Crown of Command, Arcane Conduit, Itchy Nuisance, Vindictive Glare, Sneaky Stabbings, and also that good Terror. So really, really nice stuff from both sides here. So it looks like here, the Bright Wizard is... Oh, he's going to be getting targeted with the Vindictive Glare. He just needs to keep moving. Oh, he was hit, but he did not take much value from that. The more damage value here went on top of the handgunners. Very interesting. But if you keep here... the Warrior Priest is on horseback. Oh, I've not seen that before. He's going to be on... Oh my god, the Gork just smashed the handgunners. But if you keep the nice Warrior Priest really nice and close here to these handguns, they actually get imbued fire damage, as far as I'm aware. So you get fire melee attack here for the Spearmen, but if you keep them close here to the handgunners, they can also get magic attack as well. They get, imbued fire attacks, which can be very good against Grom, very good against all other units as well. So look here, the Sigma Suns are going to be getting hit pretty hard. I think there's a bait in and out to try and bait out the 8-peak loonies. Burning Head in the back to really try and get on top of these Orc Arrow boys. Looks like they did miss it, unfortunately. It looks like we do have the big Volkmar the Grim trying to push into the Orc boys. And, oh, very nice. He's baited in a nice Soulfire. So Soulfire here going to go down on the Orc Arrow boys and also on the very nice Big Uns. Looks like Sneaky Stabbings did go down, as you do have the Goblin Big Boss coming through as well. He's going to be on the Goblin back. So no poison for him on his Spider. You also get extra armor for that as well. A very, very nice Soulfire there going down for the Warrior Priest as well, on top of the 8-peak loonies. Very good, again, that damage in there. The 8-peak loonies, when they do drop below 25% HP, they will not be allowed to get any more of those sneaky fanatics off. In the front line, we are going to have the Unbreakable Fanatics and the Swordsman here fighting up against the Orc Biggins. Good value there. Really want to break down those units. Stop the anti-large here up against the nice Volkmar the Grim. So we do have some Fanatics going down, and they have been broken here in the pocket up against the Sigma Suns. Good work there, as we do see Knights of the Blazing Sun charging into the back, getting a good charge on the Goblin Great Shaman. And look at that volley there being unleashed from the handgunners here into the back of the great big Goblin Shaman here on his nice Spider. He's going down to 4.8k health, no healing here for the Greenskin, so it could be very painful late on. As you can see, also going down here, Itchy Nuisance going down, negative melee attack, negative damage, base weapon damage, as well as the Grand Shield of Faith, Grand Hammer Sigma, and a very nice banishment spell here going down on the Unbreakable Vigilance. We're doing some good work here up against the 8-peak loonies, the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and also the unit of Nasty Skulkers. It looks like it's going to miss the Nasty Skulkers, and you are going to get away with it, but what is going to go down? The Goblin Great Shaman, the bonus is large, anti-large, armor piercing, and poison, is going to come over and try and deal with Volkmar the Grim. He could certainly destroy Volkmar if you're not careful. Big hit in the back, this time Volkmar is going to get away with it. He only has 20 melee defense here on his War Shrine. Looks like here, nice sneaky Goblin War Boss is going to call half him as well. Looks like Don't Even Try It has gone down on him as well. We have a nice burning head here going through the Spearmen and across the Orc Arrow boys as well. Balance of power super even here. Looks like 780 for the greenies and 600 here for the boys in red and white. Looks like Volkmar did get away. The Great Goblin Shaman is a little bit still for my liking. He has that terror, needs to come through and try and aid. Maybe try and see if he can take out the Warrior Priest as well. But the front line of Spearmen are going to come in. Spearmen are really going to struggle here up against the Orc boys. They'll certainly chew this apart in those seconds. But as you can see here, the Orc boys are getting into the back on top of the handgunners, and that's really scary. You need to keep these armor-piercing units alive as long as you can, because if you do, you can really start wrecking apart the Goblin Great Shaman. He has 120 armor, and he's certainly very, very difficult to take down. We get a nice map-wide effect here. We can see we do have some handgunners coming back. They can certainly shoot here into the Goblin Great Shaman, but they are going to be shooting into the Forest Goblin Spider Riders that are coming in. Drop them, get your spears forward, and see if you can aid. Looks like they are going to get charged, and that could break them if you're not careful. Looks like we have some more handgunners both breaking here in the back. Another unit most likely going to go as well. But in the back here, Burning Head going down in the front. So Burning Head here is going to hit the Orc Biggins, the Nasty Skulkers, and also going to go over 2 units. Oh, that's a fantastic Burning Head there from Ducky. That really flipping the game on his head there. It was looking a little bit dire for him here, but that Burning Head actually breaking 1, 2, 3 units there. Make that, yeah, 3 units. I thought that was 4 there nearly, but breaking 3 units, 1 Burning Head, brilliant. Grand Soulfire going down as well, really hitting here up against the Orc Biggins, and some damage here certainly coming up against the Goblin Great Shaman. Shots here from the Orc Arrow boys going straight into the flank of Volkmar the Grim, as he is charging the back from the Orc boys as well. He needs to get away, as this giant spider is going to be coming after his backside. As you can see though in the pocket, the Goblin Great Shaman is going to be, oh my god, he just threw the Bright Wizard there all over the place. Bright Wizard up to 118 kills though, fantastic work from him. And the back line, looks like we do have spearmen here on top of the Orc Arrow boys as they're getting shot from another units here in the back, I think. Yes, another unit that has broken, has come back and will be shooting. What's going on here? Looks like, don't even try it. They need stabbing going down as well. Really going to help the Orc boys. The Goblin Great Shaman has been terrified, so good work there, but he certainly needs some support. It looks like the Warrior Priest is coming into aid. He's going to get that nice cycle charge, but he can't afford to get caught here. He can't afford it. Nice soul fire going down here. We could terrify some of the boys here. All boys are just about holding on thanks to having the Lord here, but it looks like we have broken and lost the Warrior Priest. Hammer of Sigbar is going to be going down for the increased melee attack, and it is going to allow Vartmar the Grim to get away and start healing. Now, if you're not careful, it looks like he is going to be pushing here onto the Goblin Big Boss. Goblin Big Boss is certainly taking a hit. That will break him. You will get terrified here if you're not careful. And he is going to be charging into the Goblin Great Shaman. He can't run anymore, but the Goblin Great Shaman is perfectly designed to do some good damage. A nice banishment here, which you could really deal with the Orc boys as well. But he is going to get that second banishment off. Good work there. Could do some minimal damage here up against the Goblin Great Shaman. But it's like sneaky stabbing, War, and Arcane Conduit going down on top of him. Volkmar has died, and that will be balance of power here for the Empire. Awesome stuff. That was such a sick game, man, between these two. That was awesome, awesome work. Really, really good stuff. Volkmar the Grim, 1,565, as well as 118 for 1,250 for the Bright Wizard, 480 for the Warrior Priest, 433, 230, 300, and 220 for the Spearmen. So Spearmen doing pretty well here, not too bad overall. 87 for the Spearmen Shields, 160 for the Swordsman, 380 for the Flagellants with 370, 500 for the Sigma Sons for 78 kills, 650, 1,100, and 170 for the handguns, and it's like 860 and 920 for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. I can't help but think that maybe an extra unit of Knights of the Blazing Sun could have been really nice here. Certainly going to really help to get some extra value there. As you can see, both of them doing excellently well here in this back. But of course, the more Knights of the Blazing Sun you have, the more micro it is, and these guys must get the charge. They must get the charge, because that charge bonus is so gorgeous from them. 2,700 here from the Goblin Great Shaman. Excellent pick here for the Greenskins that I see a lot of the VM boys bring, actually, and it is a really nice choice. 1,560 for the Goblin Big Boss, and he's so cheap on his Goblin. He can, with just they need stabbing, I think he can be like 375 or something stupidly cheap. He's just so good in this matchup. But as you can see, 460 here for the Nasty Skulkers. Always get good value from them. 515 from the Orc Boys, 640 from the Orc Biggins, 300, 780 from the 8-Peak Loonies. And even then, they got 780 and they were targeted specifically by Volkmar the Grim. 131 for 680 here for the Orc Biggins, 450 for 81 kills, and 600 for the other unit of Nasty Skulkers. 470, 680, 560, and 470 damage value for the Orc Arrow Boys, 540 for the Hammer of Gork. Very good at damaging here up against the backline units of the handguns. And so here we got 50 for 400, 300, and 220 here from the Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Yeah, really good stuff. GG's well played to both of them. That was an awesome map. That was an awesome map. So we're going to play it on El Alguil now. If we can find it. There we go. So now it's going to be pick 3 for Caradoc, ban 1, and then Ducky gets the ban 1 pick, and then he picks from the final 2. GG, well played indeed. Yeah, that burning head was gorgeous. How you doing, Almeldo? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here today. Hope you're doing well. Come on, Ducky, indeed. Come on, Ducky, indeed. Yeah. Looks like we have, well, how you doing, Matt? Nice to see you here in the chat. Mr. Is it Mercuria? Am I saying that correctly, Mr. Mercuria? I hope I'm saying that correctly. And Nailbiter, Game 3 indeed. And God, I'm excited. Game 3 is going to be fun. We'll put up Ducky's Caradoc, I've come to bargain. So for those that haven't seen any of the Marvel films, well, I'll tell you what, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'm going to leave it at that. Right. But it's an excellent picture there. A perfect picture of their matchup constantly. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. 33 spectators, only 24 likes. What's wrong? What's wrong in this picture? I would appreciate the likes. I really would. So if you did, that'd be great. But if not, you know, that's okay also. But yeah, I appreciate that knighthood. I appreciate that. Right, let's see what you guys were saying in battle. I haven't even dared... Oh, that's the high elf one. I haven't even dared try the high elf here. I think some level of Illyrian Reaver archers could be quite nice in that matchup. With some Heralds of the... Like, I think Heralds of the Winds are too expensive. But if you win like 4 units of Illyrian Reaver archers, you could do quite well. Maybe 1 unit of like... the RR Dragon Princes could be quite nice in there. You know, the fire damage bonus as large can be very good at taking out Grom. Maybe something along those lines could be really utilized. Maybe something along that line. Maybe a Firecaster as well that has Kindle Flame. Maybe bring him on a Moon Dragon as well. You know, for those flaming breath attacks, the flaming fire attacks as well could really help. Maybe something along those lines could help some of you guys. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I'm not really a particular expert in this matchup. I actually play versus greenskins without range. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be a way to think about it. Or you go very cheap and wide if you can for or well, for high out standards you go cheap and wide. Yes, he is Crow. Yes, Ducky was the Empire. Oh, looks like you've been called out, Mr. Venge. Yes, he is in chat. Venge is in chat. So I'm going to have High Elves, Dark Elves, Wood Elves, ban Greenskins from Caradog. Ooh, all of the elves. Now, if I'm Ducky, you could certainly ban High Elves and then say Dark Elves, Wood Elves, and go Darwy. I mean, I have a nice Dark Elf build for sure. How you doing, Abrota? Hope you're doing well, buddy. I did my duty. Who bought 3 already? Who bought 3 what already, buddy? But welcome to the stream. By the way, Billington, is High Elf versus Skaven even? It certainly can be. Certainly can be. 2 good players of Skaven and High Elves can be a close game. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, looks like here, I will go Darwy. Bring on those pointy-eared High Elves. No, so it looks like here he's going to be going with Wood Elves. So this is going to be a really interesting matchup here. Trees are certainly going to be useful for Caradog and the Wood Elves. This could be really interesting. This is maybe even actually putting Wood Elves more into the favour. Now this matchup has certainly become a lot more even in the later time here. A double shout out here from Corel for Empire and Ducky together. Double love, double love. Oh no, Mirror. Yeah, I didn't want to see Mirror either. No, Ducky's gonna get Wood Elf kited now. Maybe. I think there's 2 ways to play it. With the DLC coming out, there's certainly different ways you can play this. There's definitely an infantry rush you can do here. You certainly can go infantry rush. It is possible. But I think with this particular map, I think you're certainly going to see a bit of a Wood Elf kite. I think you are. You say a surprise pick. This certainly used to be unwinnable for Wood Elves. It certainly did. It is not unwinnable anymore. Starfire Shafts, excellent pick. They do fire damage and armor piercing, so as long as you take units that don't have fire resist, like if you're not shooting into units that have fire resistance, say Trollhammer torpedoes or any Iron Drakes in general, then you should be okay. What else can we consider? D-Wood Scouts are nice. They got Stalk, 180 range. Weight Watchers. Waystalkers can be very nice. Waystalkers can be very good at sniping out Dowie Lords. You've also got the female Lord, the Glade Lord, the Glade Lady, I should say. She's very good with her nets, negative missile resistance, very good at taking out those. Mines and blasting charges as well can be quite nice. And the reason they're pretty cheap, but if they do catch up to any range unit, if they do get off a volley of blasting charges, whoa, you are going to feel it. You're going to feel it in your bones when you watch. You're going to feel it. Wood Elves, a man of the people. Indeed, Benzo, he is a man of the people picking those Wood Elves. Not sure. I don't think I've played that matchup. I assume it's either even or Skaven favoured. Yeah, that's probably the best assumption to make. Skaven are pretty strong. You know, like Warlock Giselles can be pretty nasty in that matchup. But I think that's a matchup that if you go wide with the High Elves, and if you can go like super wide, I think you could really struggle as the. Also, they have lots of access to fire damage, right? So if you do go like Throt, for example, you know they have lots of access to fire, so it can be quite painful for the Skaven. So I reckon it could be pretty even. It could be pretty even for sure. My mistake. I blame my dyslexia. Oh, don't worry about it, buddy. Yeah, boy. How you doing, Thorheim? How you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you back. How you doing? Haven't seen you in ages, bro. Yeah, boy, we're going to get some name action with the Dowie. Indeed we are. So, just going back over what we were saying earlier. So, I've got a best of 7 coming this weekend between the really up and rising Caradoc and also the really up and rising Biblington. So, both of them agreed to do a best of 7. Should be some really, really close games and some fun stuff. Both these guys have really jumped through the scene and I'm excited to see them play on Sunday. You'll have a video tomorrow for you guys to watch, hopefully, just in case. I am going to be at work for like 14 hours, I think, so it's a bit of a shame. But then on Monday, I'm certainly going to be streaming something. Tuesday, I have probably the biggest stream I've ever made coming forward. I've organised a massive stream, so I'll be announcing that once this game is finished. Whoever wins here will be going through to the final. As the final is kicking off, I will announce what the big stream is going to be. Oh, got that 0 build from Ducky as well, so this could be interesting. But, yeah, so a big announcement going there. We also have BattleMania Season 4 Week 2 next week, and we're also going to be having some more tournaments as well. Tournaments going forward. Alright, let's do this. Flame Cannon range, 230, buddy. 230. It's 230. It's not super far. So I think we're certainly going to be seeing a Belagar Ironhammer here today. He's a good pick for the Dowie. You'll be seeing all sorts of units of Rangers, maybe also some Bugman Rangers for that Stalk. Maybe some Thunderers. I highly doubt it, but you might be seeing some of those. Let's have a look. So, for the boys in blue, we are going to be having minus with blasting charges, the Norgrim Ironbreakers as well in the front. Very nice stuff there. So, we are going to have some blasting charges in the front. Oh, we're also going to be having the double flame cannons. Interesting. So we have a Master Engineer, Grombrindle, lots of blasting charges here with some Dwarf Warriors. Very interesting. It looks like Ducky has... Oh my god, is this triple flame cannon? This is triple flame cannon. This is insane. So Grombrindle the White Dwarf is coming today. We are going to have the Dragonback Slayers, some Dwarf Warriors that are going to protect the cannons, and lots of miners with blasting charges. Oh, now this is interesting. So, some Eternal Guard with shields in the front, with some nice Wild Red Rangers for that good armor piercing. We are going to be having Orion as well. God, I've never seen Orion in this matchup. We're also going to be having the Spellsinger of Life. So she will be having the Regrowth, Earthblood, Dwellers Below, and the Power Stone. We'll be having in the back, we'll have some Wild Riders with shields. We'll be having some more Wild Riders with shields and some more Wild Riders. Now, I'm a little bit sad to see we're not going to see the Wild Hunters of Kurnos for that bonus first large. Not because the Dowie have really any large, but it's just a nice meme, you know. It's just a nice way to stunt on the stunties, you know. But over here for the boys, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be super interesting. Shame not to see the double Master Engineer. Is he going to come with his extra abilities? No, he's not going to have the extra damage from the blasting charges. Oh, cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. I completely forgot about that. Had a nice picture, and I completely forgot the screen blocker was up. Thank you very much, Alec Corral. I appreciate that, buddy. I didn't see that. So yeah, no, yeah, so just to go over it again, we're going to have triple flame cannons. We're going to have Grombrindle with a Master Engineer. I think actually maybe going down to Bellegarde to get 2 Master Engineers might have been quite nice. But we're going to have lots of miners and blasting charges, Dwarf Warriors in the front, including the Norglum Ironbreakers. We're going to be having the quadruple, very, very nice Wild Riders, 5 units of Eternal Guard, 2 units of the Wild Rangers. We're of course going to be having Orion and the Spell Singer of Life. God, this is going to be an interesting matchup. I actually think this favours the Darwi quite heavily. I saw Ducky's build and I thought if he's got Mass Kite here, you can't win. That was a really nice speech, Logic. Shame we couldn't see it. Alright, so flame cannon in the front here. Oh, good jukes coming out there, but are they going to be able to hit on the second one? Oh, looks like it took a model out there. Good. Like to see those pointy ears going down where we can. Flame cannon really going to be trying to predict where they're going, so good micro needs to come out here. Flame cannons are going to shoot the front. Looks like they did actually target up against Orion, so you need to make sure they have the correct targets here for the nice big boys coming forward. So they are going to be targeting Orion, which is called the... Oh my god, Orion's getting wrecked. Okay, so Orion's going to hit pretty hard. Blasting charges to the front. Blasting charges didn't go off, which is quite interesting. Blasting charges did go off this time, so they did hit the front of the Wild Riders, so good work there. Looks like we are going to get the Norglum Mindbreakers to come over the top with those blasting charges. That could be really hurtful if they do go through. But nice charges here to really weaken the miners and blasting charges in the front. Over on the left hand side, some more miners are going to be getting hit, but looks like the Dragonback Slayers will be coming through to assist there. In the front, the Wild Riders have certainly done some good work. Looks like we have lost some Eternal Guard here. The Flame Cannons are certainly no joke. Blasting charges here in the front, really going to help here up against Orion. So we're going to get some doggos going down, I think. Or is this going to be his ability in the sky that comes... No, is it going to be doggos? No, it is going to be his little... I can't remember what that's called, but he does have his little drop ability there. His arrows of something, I think.
Our clans will shoot us!
Oh yeah, he's Hawk's Talon, sorry. He has Hawk's Talon. So, really nice flame cannon here. Really smashing apart these Wildwood Rangers. Excellent stuff there. Looks like he would do have the Dwarf Warriors fighting up against the Wildwood Rangers with shields. They only have 40 armor, so if we do get some blasting charges over, which I don't think we will, that could be really hurtful here for sure. Balance of power pretty even. It's going to be slightly favouring Ducky, actually, which is quite interesting. Flame Cannon is going to be really starting to take apart these Wildwood Rangers. And it looks like they're going to be chasing in the back here. They are going to be chasing up against Orion. You do need to have the Master Engineer just keep him shooting, get these boys back to the front. They need to get some more blasting charges here up against the... No, they're going to be charging in the back. They, unfortunately, Ducky here giving up too much position as the Dwarfs. You certainly can't do that here with the Dwarfs. You cannot give up map control. We got some miners in the black. They need to get into the front. Looks like here the flame cannons, are they still going to be on top of their cannons? No, looks like they have gone off. They need to get back on if they can. Big shots going in the front here though, up against the Wildwood Rangers. That -8 leadership there, thanks to the cannons. But coming into the front now is going to be the Eternal Guards. They do have good armor piercing. They are bonus for large, but they can certainly get that good armor in as well. Good charges coming through for the Wild. Oh, look at that charger at the front here for the Wild Riders. Good stuff. And blasting charges are going to be going down up against those as well. Wavering here from the Wild Riders. Some more blasting charges should be able to break them. There we go. Good break coming in there. Healing going down for Orion. He's going to be getting chased here from the Dragonback Slayers. They will certainly finish him off. Finish him off, Ducky here could seriously win. Like he is going to be getting his healing. Regrowth going there as well, giving that extra vigor. But these boys are certainly going to chew through him, no problem. So Grombrindle is going to come in and help. Foseeker will aid him through to the front line. Very nice cannon shot coming through here. Is he going to connect? No, it looks like it is just going to miss the Wild Riders, unfortunately. Front line is going to be losing here from the Dwarf Warriors. Norglum Ironbreakers are holding like the true tanks they are. These boys really trying to hold here up against these Eternal Guards. Shots coming up against the Wild Runes. Looks like we are going to have the Hawk's Talon coming down here. Actually going to be hitting a lot of his own Eternal Guard. Looks like Orion is going to get away thanks to the aid of the Wild Riders. And coming back to the front line is going to be the Dragonback Slayers. Now there isn't going to be too much. I think we've used some firing and toys from the Master Engineer. I haven't actually seen any myself. But blasting charge is going to be going in the front. They are certainly going to aid here up against the Wild Riders. The Wild Riders are certainly going to charge in there and try and stop them. Only going to be 13 models left there, so you've got to be careful. They could break pretty quickly. So Dwarf Riders have been lost, and Dragon Slayers coming over to the right-hand side. And what is this? The doggos are in now as well. The doggos are going to do some value here in the pocket. But there's nothing really for them to go after. Looks like they're going to be hinting some Norgrim Iron Breakers, but not too much. Doggos going to be drifting over here towards the Wild Riders themselves. But balance of power here is super even. This is such a fun game. But as you can see here, Ryan in the back, so Mel Gibson himself is going to be coming through. He's going to have lots of spears. He hasn't used any spears yet. He needs to start throwing some of those bad boys if he can. Blasting charges have been used from the miners here. Lots of ammunition left for the Master Engineer. He's going to be fighting in combat. He still has good armor piercing here from his weapon strength. He comes out with this nice big axe. And I don't know what they have left to take out John Brindle. Big shot there in the back. Going to hit the nice pocket here of the Eternal Guards. That -8 leadership should be able to break those as well. And it should allow the... I think this is the Dragonbacks here. Can't really see. Yeah, it looks like the Dragonbacks are going to be free to go and maybe try and see if they can fight Orion or get on top of some Wild Riders. An overcasted healing going down there. But it does look like the Spellslinger Life in the back here. She is going to be a little bit free, and she could get hopped onto it. Does she have a horse? No, she's going to be on foot. So that could be difficult for her as well. I don't really know if you have anything to take out Grombrindle at this point. The Norgrim Ironbreakers have held for eternity here. These boys have just held up like, was it 3 units, so 2 units of spears and a unit of Wildwood Rangers. They've done excellent work here, just holding this left-hand flank. Grombrindle is going to come aid with the Norgrim Ironbreakers, try and see if they can assist those guys in staying into the later stages of this game. As you can see here, the Dragonback Slayers will be able to hold quite nicely. Miners of Boston Chargers have been shattered. Looks like another Earthblood is going to be going down on Orion, maybe a regrowth. Yeah, a regrowth is going to go down, and that's going to shift balance of power really back to middle. You can even see balance of power moving here. Orion has popped in here up against the Master Engineer. This is where Grombrindle needs to come across and assist. You need to have that Master Engineer as much as you can. Looks like it's going to be some doggos here going down up against the Norgrim Ironbreakers. That should do some really good work there. As you can see, they are going to be losing, lost over 100 health there on the first impact. But here we go, Flash Bomb going down up against Orion. -24 melee defense, and comes in with Grombrindle. I don't think he connects there. Is he going to be able to connect on the second one? Looks like he doesn't connect on the second one. RNG's is really not going to be in Grombrindle's favour. Is he going to get some shots off here with the Master Engineer? He needs to get some shots off if he can. Oh my god, he just punched the Master Engineer there in the face, and he did not like that. Orion is going to be running. Orion here will certainly outdo Grombrindle. Grombrindle might as well drop back here and see if he can aid his Norgrim Ironbreakers. We are going to have Dwarf Warriors here fighting up against Eternal Guards. Pretty even there. We are going to have the Dragonback Slayers trying to chase off the Wild Riders. Eternal Guards can also certainly do some poke, but they need to screen out these Eternal Guard. Allow the Dragonback Slayers to become a little bit more versatile. Now see if you can snipe out the Spellslinger. Get onto that Spellslinger as quickly as possible. Big hit there coming through. Can the Dragonbacks get on as well? Foeseeker going down for Grombrindle. Dragonbacks have slowed her. 22 speed for her. Not too sure where the Dragonbacks are going though. And the Dragonbacks are going to try and get on these Wild Riders. I think that's a good pick there. The mobility has gone. There we go. They have gone. Perfect. Norgrim Ironbreakers. Can they now catch the Spellslinger? You certainly don't want another heal for her coming through. Shattered the Master Engineer. Orion coming off. Both sides playing excellently here. Chasing off absolutely everything. And as you should. Over here on the right hand side. Looks like we do have broken units. I think that there is from... Yeah, so it looks like the Flame Cannon crew. Over here on the left, that's why we have some Dwarf Warriors getting chased off by some Eternal Guard. The Eternal Guard needs to get back into his pocket as soon as possible. Orion is going to need some assistance. Dragonback Slayers are going to be chasing the Spellslinger. She has 34 speed. If she gets hit once, no, 22 now. 22 now she's been hit. So they'll certainly get chased here by the boys here with the axes. And Grombrindle will comfortably take out Orion. Those Javelins will be coming through onto Grombrindle. Grombrindle just needs to duke as much as possible. Oh, looks like he missed there.
Death is nothing!
Oh, looks like here just a momentary stop. But I think here it is going to be a big win for the Derby. Unless the RNG's really is going to be on the side of Orion. Nice big arm-piercing shot there into the face of Grombrindle. Big God Eater, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Missed there from him again. Another very nice spear about to come through, I think. See if we get a nice, good frontal look here when he does chuck the spear. No, looks like he isn't going to chuck it. But he is going to be running away. Right, so as you can see here, the Eternal Guards with shields are going to be trying to engage. Now, he can try and run all he wants. Just take these on. Take these on. Make sure they die. Flame Cannon's back online. No, that's so bad. Just stay in the Flame Cannon then. Oh, big shot coming through there on the Flame Cannon. Oh, he hits the Flame Cannon quite nicely. Flame Cannon crew does have a Flame Cannon left. There is one left. Shot coming out. Are we going to hit our intended target is the question. Looks like they just missed there. Orion will run out of ammunition if you're not careful. Shot there missed again against the Eternal Guard. Dragonbite Slayers have shattered the Spellslinger, so these need to come back as quickly as possible. Really help deal with the Eternal Guard. They have shattered. Orion is going to be left. He's going to be the only unbreakable entity, and now he must charge. Big throw. Oh, looks like he didn't throw there. Foeseeker coming in. Big hits. Flash bomb down as well, and it looks like that is going to be the end here between these two epic duelists. Yeah, big hits there coming on. 1.2k left. And it's like Grombrindle is going to be having... I can't see with Grombrindle. 3.6. Also going to have some Norgrim Ironbreakers coming. These boys here have hell. Chaos could take over the world, but the Norgrim Ironbreakers would stand strong. They would just stand strong. Look at them. They're going to be having 30 mortals, 1.1k HP. I mean, obviously, balance of house massively in their favour, but these boys just... They will hold forever. Flame Cannon Crew's coming in as well. Axe is high. And these boys are coming through for some vengeance. And there we go. Orion is down. And the big matchup has finished. What an awesome matchup between these two. Excellent picks. Really, really fun from both sides. Ducky gets his vengeance indeed. So last time these two did match up actually in the semi-finals, Caradoc did win and go through to the final. But looks like Ducky is going to go through to the final here to face up against Ice Power. So, very interesting to see who's going to win this. Best of 5 coming up next. And that should be very, very interesting. So, we're going to go here with the Rubber Duck War with the Dwarfs. 1.7k here for them. 1,000 here for the Master Engineer. They're very, very good. I really, really like Grombrindle. He is super good for the Dwarfs. 240, 130, 190, and 500. Blasting charges, if they do go off, they can get some value. 175, 730, 800 for the Dwarf Warriors. 2,650 here for the Dragonback Slayers. 2,580 for the Norgrim Ironbreakers. 450, 1,800, and 1,100 for the Flame Cannons. What an awesome build here from Ducky. Love this build. I love it. Right, so from Orion, 2,670 damage value, and it's like here, 440, 440, 390, and 240 here from the Eternal Guards, 150 from the Wilder Drainers, and 480. Shutting those down with the Flame Cannons was really important. Also 350 here from the 5th unit. 1,150 from the Wild Riders, 700, 1,000, and 1,224 from the Wild Riders for 125 kills. Really good stuff there. And what I really liked about what Caradoc did is he charged down here up against the Miners with blasting charges. Because he was so fast, they actually weren't able to get their blasting charges off. He was able to take models out and then able to retreat quickly enough before they could throw blasting charges. So he was able to do some good damage up against the blasting charges before they were thrown here into the Eternal Guards with shields. So really, really good work. But talking about the Dowie, this will segue us into our next conversation. But we'll have that in just a moment. I'm going to change the scoreboard here, and we're going to be having the big boys in the final. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. Awesome game between these guys. Really, really good stuff. Very well played to both of them. Let's go through here onto the page. And it's going to be first win there for Ducky, second win there for Caradoc, and a third and final win for Ducky. Both coming through to the final. So Talcal here and Caradoc both getting each other 150 points here, which is very, very good. And here Ducky and Ice Power, we're going a minimum with 200 and 250 there for the winner. So really, really good stuff between those two. And generally in the past, as we've seen for the last 3 seasons, somewhere between 300 and 325 will put you somewhere near 8th place to go through to the final. So winning one of these doesn't quite guarantee you a slot, but will get you close enough to one. So that's kind of what I like about this tournament. Coming first really does give you a good opportunity to get into there, but you can't just win one and then not come back. You need to play a couple, and yeah, it's quite good, It means that you still have to work to get in that final, and it gives other people opportunities as well to work to also get into that final. Let's have a look, see what you guys think. Should be a Dowie win. Indeed. Only Gromby can carry. Gromby carries hard, man. Gromby carries hard. I think it's too much for the dwarfs. Yeah, I did think that initially, but did well for sure. Did well for sure. Had to get the kids from school. No worries, Venge. You missed an awesome game, but now you're back. Should be quite good. So we are going to be having game 5 here. So let's grab this for the gentleman here. All right. Let's put map 5 in there. Sorry, I was eating food. No problem. Yeah, it's pretty late here, to be fair. It's pretty late. But yeah, no, awesome stuff. So both of these guys are going to be in the final. The maps are going to be Karak Buftar, as well as Alpine Ridge, Prague, Southern Chaos Waste, and the Sword of Torgaud. So it should be quite fun. Alright, so what we'll do very quickly is I'm going to organise here the bracket at the top, and then I can tell you about the tournament I have coming next week. So it's going to be a massive tournament here. I've managed to organise 28 players together. It's going to be a minimum of 28 players, by the way, because there will be 40 matches all on one evening. So it's taken a lot of preparation for me, but I have thoroughly enjoyed preparing it. So it's going to be Ice Power here. And let's rejig that to make that a little bit smaller there. That's actually... Perfect, so that should be good there. So Ducky up against Ice Power. Alright, so coming through for next week. So some of you guys might know about this, some of you might not. So let's get on to Karak Buftar here. So we are set and ready to go. Looks like here, Vikings for me from Duck of War. I don't think he's going to ban Dark Elves and Brett. Yeah, two good bands, We'll play to Carrot though, very good. You're already doing it, ignore me. Alright, cool, cheers buddy. Yeah, so next week on Tuesday, the 29th, I'm going to be hosting the biggest tournament I've ever hosted, which is going to be called the Sons of the Mountain. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean to you guys? Well, that means it's going to be the dwarfs with 14 players playing up against every other faction in the game. So I've got a main from every faction, from Skaven to High Elves to Wood Elves, you name it. I've got a very good main player for every single tournament slot. I've also gone and got 14 Dowie mains. Now, the whole idea behind this and why I've done this is a lot of people were saying certain things about, say, certain factions. You know, one good discussion with Tomb Kings, a lot of people say, oh, Tomb Kings isn't particularly great, you know. But my counter argument is you don't actually see many great, you don't see too many Tomb King mains, which is why you don't see the highest level cap you can see for Tomb Kings. You know, you see a lot of good Greenskin mains, you see a lot of Lizardman mains, you see a lot of all sorts of mains throughout the community in certain factions. And there are a lot of people that love the Dowie, and I do as well. I want to showcase 14 excellent players up against every other different faction so you can see what the Dowie have to offer here in the Total War Warhammer scene. And that should really help some of you guys that maybe you've never seen certain matchups for the Dowie and all sorts of things, and hopefully it should bring a really fun evening. So it's going to be a minimum of 14 games, and then maybe a 15th one if it does go to a tiebreaker. So it's going to be the Sons of the Mountain here up against the, what I've called, I don't actually have a name for them, but I've called them the other factions for now. But yeah, it should be really fun. We got some of the best players in the world playing. I've got people like Sergeant Spaghetti, we've also got Grom Brindle, we've got RTK Humanese, we've got Shetland Apache. We've got so many great players. Even for Poland today, who plays in a lot of our tournaments, he's going to be playing, and it should be great. How you doing, Kaino? Yes, this is the finals, buddy. How you doing? Welcome to the stream today. Nice to see you. Dr. Jellyfish, nice to see you in the chat as well, buddy. Hope you're doing well as well. But yeah, so I'm really excited for this. Everyone that is playing for the Dowie is either a Dowie main or is a massive lover of the Dowie. And the chat we've had together has been awesome. I really wanted to play, but I've happily stepped down so that more people can play in my stead. Because then I'd like to have other people play instead of me, because I'm going to be casting and I'm going to see all of the awesomeness anyway. So what will happen is if we do go through to the final game, we actually have a spare player and myself. So we have spare players if we need them. But it should be a really fun event. It should be really fun. The grudges in the book should be. Yes, we should call it the grudges in the book. Yes, we should. Yes, we should for Poland. Also, I tried to make some of the maps as well quite. I tried to make them quite lore friendly as well, right? So like on High Elves, they're going to be playing on Tower of Hoeth, for example, which should be quite fun. And I know a lot of the dwarf guys are super hyped for it, as well as some of the other factions as well. These guys have, I've just sent them the pictures. I've sent them the people they're playing against, the maps. It should be really fun, and both sides have prepared armies for a short time now. And I know, especially a lot of the Dowie guys, they've been practicing a lot. Lots of discussions have gone into matchups as well, bringing certain armies, good practice, and now they know their maps, they've been playing a lot. So it should be some really good games, and I'm super excited. Son of the Mountains versus the Grudges. Yes, Matt, that's the one. Son of the Mountains versus the Grudges. But yes, I'm super excited. I'm super excited. It should be good fun. So we're going to be doing that on Tuesday. Sunday, we're going to be having the best of 7. Thursday, we're going to be having, I think it's more than likely Thursday next week, we'll be having BattleMania rather than Friday. Just to let all of you know in advance. And then I imagine, I believe I'm busy on the Saturday and the Friday, so I won't be around. But we'll have lots of stuff going forward next week for sure. I think I'm going to be doing something, I might even do, I think probably Monday I will be doing maybe some single player. Something maybe a little bit more of a relaxed stream where you guys can pop in, talk to me, talk about some stuff coming forward in the community, and yeah. Hi CJ, sorry buddy, there's a lot of stuff going through the chat at the moment. I missed your question. What did you say? What question did you say? By the way, logic is Brett versus VC Brett favored. I assume you mean is Brett versus VC favored? I don't know. I assume it's relatively even, if not Brett favored. I imagine. Blood Knights are pretty good, but you also have a lot more bonus versus large options on the side of the Bretonians. They also have good fear, terror. I'd probably say actually maybe VC favored, in my personal opinion. I can smell the deck droppers. Alright, so we're going to be in Vampirates here up against Norskers. Yeah, it should be quite good. But yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well. Maybe drop some comments down below here in the chat and tell me what you're thinking about the Sons of the Mountain tournament. And tell me what you're looking forward to the most. I know for me, we're going to be seeing some of the best players in the game going up against Dowie up against High Elves, Dowie up against Skaven. Some of these factions that we know are very good hard counters against the Dowie that you don't often see. And then you're also going to be seeing some stuff on the flip side where you're going to be seeing Empire going up against the Dowie. You're also going to be seeing Vampirates as well. So there's going to be some. It's going to be good on both sides. Turin puts the first round of faction wars. Okay. Alright, so Ice Power up against Rubber Duck War here is going to be game 1 in the finals. Should be really exciting here to see what's going to go on. So both of these two have really come over the top and have been quite a few good opponents here to get through to the finals. It should be quite interesting to see what they both have left in the locker here, as we've already been 2 hours on live stream, let alone what they played before this as well. We actually started here at 5:30 and it's going to be 9 o'clock now. So we've already done 3.5 hours worth of tournament, and they're going to be getting through to a best of 5 now. So it really comes down to endurance as well as also skill. So it looks like here we're going to be having some Skin Wolves here from Rubber Duck War, otherwise known as the Wind Wolves here for the Norskins. Norskins here, probably one of the most unloved factions now in the game, as Beastmen are going to be getting some love. But double Wind Wolves coming through with some Marauder Horse Masters, very good with that armor. Some normal Horsemen, 2 Horsemen, 3 Horsemen. So 1 Horsemaster with 3 Horsemen, 3 units of Marauder Javelins. Over here, looks like we have some entities as well. So we're going to having a Shaman Sorcerer of Fire and Throg with the Shaman Sorcerer of Death. Okay, that should be quite interesting to see. So we're going to see some berserkers in the front line. Very good anti-infantry. These guys don't have shields, though. So they're very susceptible to being shot. So if we do pop in here, I think maybe these are going to stay. I think these are going to move. But we are going to have Burning Head, Kindle Flame, and Scroll of Shielding. We're also going to be having a Spirit Leech and Life Leeching. Another Scroll of Shielding might have been nice here. But Throg is going to have that Regeneration and Fear, as well as the Frostbite. And he is going to be bonus first large with Armor Piercing. So he is really nice here to have in this matchup. We are, of course, in the front line, going to be having zombie pirate polearms, as well as some bombers in behind. We're going to have some more deckhand mobs, and the Lord choice today is going to be Noculus on foot. I'm a big fan of Noculus on foot. I assume he's going to be having his Moondial, yeah, so 11 Moondial, also the Wrath Storm, very strong ability, with the Arcane Conduit, Mystifying Miasma, Invocation of Nehek, the Drowned Dead, and also the Hunger, and of course the Curse of the Undeath. In the back, we'll be having some Gunnery Mob handguns. That's like 1-2 units of those. As well as the Shade Wraith Gunners. Very good there for that magic damage. And also, I believe it's Discourage. Yeah, so negative 16 leadership and Discourage. Absolutely no joke here from the Shade Wraith Gunners. Some more handguns in the back. So 3 units of handguns plus the Shade Wraiths. And some Deck Gunners. 2 more units. That's a lot of guns here in the pocket. We are going to have some Scurvy Dogs, 3 units with some more polearms in the back, and 3 units of bombers. So we've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 units of range. Half of this is going to be range, and we're also going to have... I don't know how Ice Power does it, dude, but he also comes in with a bloated corpse. I mean, this thing is also not just mean, but also such a good meme. He's going to be having the Demise, the Noxious Disintegration. So, yeah, he causes terror. Would you believe it? No way. I mean, no doubt, right? But still, that's awesome. I don't know how he fitted that in there as well, but that's funny. Papa Troll King wants a hug. Maybe the bloaty can give it to him. Fantastic. Awesome stuff. So both boys are going to be coming forward here with all of their forces. And they're going to be in the middle for sure. I know, bring the big bloaty. Didn't Logic himself recommend 4 hammers in the high elf matchup? I've said 4 hammers can certainly work for sure. I honestly don't think high elves versus dwarves is that lopsided. No, I saw a extremely good build recently. I won't say who or what, but it is probably one of the best builds I've seen for the Dawi in a while. And when I saw this build, I thought, oh, I don't really know if that can work. But when he used it against me, I was like, whew, that's a build. It was a build. I will tell you for free, it was an absolute build. And one of the best builds I've seen in a long time. In a very, very long time. So as you can see, this infantry is going to get absolutely mullered by these Marauder Berserkers. I do apologise. I'm actually not sure what that happened. But so Horsemasters in the back with some Marauder Horsemen. Shade Wraiths could be very nice at taking out these Marauder Horsemen, breaking them quite quickly. You need to shut down these bombers, though. Bombers are going to be very good at taking out the Marauder Berserkers. Bombs coming over the top there will really wreck this expensive infantry. Guns here from the... I forgot the name. So the deck gunners are going to be shooting in. They have a massive 245 range. Oh, look at this coming down. Love to see the bolts here from the Shade Wraiths. Let's get a nice little look here on the Shade Wraiths. They look so... Look at the boxes coming behind. They're so cool, man. I love these. It looks like they're going to be a little bit impeded here from the black spot. Well, I didn't notice we had the black spot, but pretty nice here. The black spot are actually going to have a really, really nice ability where they actually come with... I believe they have spears in their back pockets. They will be anti-large armor piercing if horses do pop on top of them. So shooting in the back here up against the Marauder Horsemen. They're certainly going to be getting wrecked here in the back. Javelins coming in the front to shoot here up against the Gunnery Bombers. First lot, looks like they didn't quite get caught. Lovely bait and switch here though, coming from Ducky. He's going to be shooting here with the really, really nice Marauder Hunter Javelins. And then pushing in the Marauder Berserkers so you don't get too much bombs here going on top of the nice anti-infantry Berserkers. Bombs certainly going to be going down there, and they'll do some good value for sure. As the bombs are certainly going to be anti-infantry with that quick fire damage. Burning Head in the back here, actually going to be wrecking here up against the black spot. It's a very nice Burning Head there in the back. Looks like it's just about going to miss some polearms as well. Looks like in the back the Windwalls have certainly been hit, and they are going to get chased off by the very nice scurvy dogs. Throg is going to be in the middle, and he is going to be fighting here up against the bombers. But yeah, for sure, Count Oculus has all the tools to beat him, but I think Throg would probably win in that engagement. Looks like here we do have, there's a bit of a glitch here, unfortunately we can't see it, but so we are going to be having the very nice caster here in the pocket. He's going to be getting those nice burning heads in the back there, as you saw. Could really do with taking care, though, of the Shade Wraith guns in the back. Shots going down here, nice discourage on the Horseman. And Spirit Leech is going to be going down here up against the very, very tasty Shades. So then the bombers are going to go down. 2 units are going to be disintegrating. Where's the third? Looks like we've already lost the third. A good anti-infantry here coming from the Marauder Berserkers. Looks like coming into combat, unfortunately. Not done on purpose here, I don't think. Is going to be the nice Javelins. Coming through, though, in the middle is going to be the nice Deathcaster with also Throg. Throg needs that... it's very nice here to see Throg getting out, doing some damage, getting away, and healing again. Oh, Burning Head was going to... Burning Head there would have absolutely decimated this. Shame to see that Burning Head actually didn't go down, but a Burning Head here across the Shade Wraith Gunners could be quite nice as well. Bombers are going to be hitting against the Marauder Javelins, and you really don't want that. You need those in the back. Burning Head is now going to go down. Looks like it has broken one. It's going to hit 2. It's actually going to go across the Marauders, but it's also going to go get in the back here up against the very nice and bonusless large pole arms. Really nice Burning Head here. Ducky has really shown how good he is with that Burning Head. Shade Wraiths are going to be shooting here up against Throg. You need to have something to shut these things down. You need to shut them down quickly. Looks like we are going to be having lots of the handgunners in the back, just absolutely decimating. Oh, really nice ability coming from Noculus as well, doing some really good damage up against Throg. He's going to be trying to run away the best he can, and Noculus has certainly done some really, really good work. He came in there with the Wrathstorm ability as well, which can really decimate good single entity monsters. So the caster is going to be in the back with a nice charge here coming from the Marauder Horsemasters. Mystify Masma going down as well. Hopefully trying to see if you can get some infantry in to help. The Shade Wraith guns have been stopped by the Marauder Berserkers for now. A really nice spell here coming in from the Firecaster could be good. The Flaming Sword of Ruin, giving that magic damage, could really help chew them apart. I think they're actually one of the only ethereal units in the game as well, the Shade Wraith Gunners, that actually don't come with Terror. They're the only ethereal units, I believe. I could be corrected there, but I believe they're the only ethereal units. So it's like a summon here of the zombie deckhand bombs are going to come in to try and really help assist deal with the nice Raging Berserkers. So we have lost the black spot here in the pocket up against some nice Berserkers as well. The Javelins are going to be getting involved. Where are they going to be shooting though? So they are going to be shooting into this pocket. One is going to be engaged in infantry here up against the pole arms. And where's Throg? Throg is going to be coming back. It looks like here we are going to get the doggos on top of him. Doggos have come in, but a big hammer coming through there. Throg does have fear yet, so he can't be affected by fear here. Doggos really going to be chewing apart the Marauder Hunter Javelins. And Throg should be able to help really beat these apart. When they are winning in combat, should be able to push them off quite nicely. Looks like in the Deathcaster is going to be running away. The boys here for the black spot are going to be falling pretty quickly. Negative 43 leadership, they'll die nice and quickly. 190 HP left for them. So the armor piercing pole arms are going to come in to try and assist. Balance of power is going to be pushing into Ice Power's favour just about, but not too much here. As you see, the Shade Wraith guns are going to be only 16 leadership. You need to get someone in there to really help deal with them. Spirit Leech here could be very good. If we could get a Spirit Leech in, what's going down here? Can't see what the Shaman Sorcerer happened to him. Still holding on is going to be the Marauder Berserkers. They're going to be, I can't quite get into them. 800 HP left for them. They're going to be fighting with very, very few models left. 21 models, really trying to help here. They could do some good work up against Noculus, but Noculus should be able to push them off quite nicely with fear. Let's have a look. So it looks like Throg has been targeted. Yep, so it looks like that Wrath is going to be coming down. The Wrath Storm. 400 HP left for him. Oh, negative 18 leadership. Oh, he could be broken. The doggos could push. Oh, it's going to be an invocation of the heck and then a push. Really good stuff there from Ice Power. Really, really nice. That is going to heal the doggos, and it is going to allow them to push Throg off. 200 HP left for him, 150. Yeah, so that's going to be Throg going down. That'll be a negative leadership, but shots are going to be coming in here up against these Shade Wraith Gunners. What's going to be left here? We are going to still have a Shaman Sorcerer of Death. We could maybe try and see if we get some Spirit Leeches on Noculus. We need to have the Marauders in the back. They need to chase. Shots going into the backside here of Noculus. Good movement there using the very nice doggos to take out the Horse Archers. Throg has gone down. Negative 16 leadership here going to be for the boys here of the Norskans. Ducky really needs to get these Marauder Horsemen back in if he can. Those throwing axes could be very elite. Shattered unit of the Marauder Berserkers here in the back. Still some healthy Berserkers, 1.428 models left here. They can certainly chew apart these pole arms. Shayboth Gunners, negative 31 leadership. They will be going down. That's a really big win for the Norse guns for sure. Norclus is really going to be pushing off these marauders, and so he should. They're going to be very good there with 50 models left. Burning Head as well coming in from the Firecaster, or a Fireball could be good at hitting Noculus. I just don't know if you've got enough to take care of Noculus. Spirit Leech and Fireballs could be the answer. I'm not sure what we're looking at for Noculus here. He's going to be having... He's got 1,800 left of regen. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but we certainly have some Marauders coming in. Some Berserkers have been broken, and it looks like those Horsemen are coming back into the pocket. Very nice. Yes, they have shattered. They are starting to rally a little bit, but they're taking a lot of damage here. 8 leadership, getting chased by Noculus. Arcane Conduit going down. I'm really sorry about that. Why are they wavering? Is that a glitch? I think that's a glitch, right? 10 leadership. They shouldn't be wavering as much as they are, I don't think. Negative 32. Negative, it is negative 52 leadership, so maybe... I don't know, it seems a bit harsh, because these Berserkers aren't wavering, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, they've got more leadership, to be fair. I don't know Berserkers had that much leadership, but that's quite interesting. So shots going into the backside here of the deckhand mobs. No shields for them, and they'll certainly get hit nice and hard. Javelins going in as well. You need to probably put the Javelins here on top of Noculus. Noculus needs to get hit hard. But if you take care of them, you can certainly just sit here and kite against Noculus for a while. You need to do that. You need to kite Noculus. He does have 95 armor, but you certainly need to hit him as hard as you can. So Spirit Leech is going to go down on Noculus. Let's see what's going to go there for him. So good damage there. Chunks coming off him. Also, if you can force the Invocation of the Hex, which could be quite nice. If you can force them, then excellent. Negative 5 leadership, 1,900 HP left here from the deckhand mobs. 57 models left. More javelins coming in, and more javelins from the Mauler Horsemen as well. Getting those back in was crucial. 20 models left for them. Still lots of ammunition left to give. They still have 11 volleys left here. Probably wouldn't send in the Marauders just yet. I'd probably try and kite up against Noculus as much as you can. Certainly try and get rid of the deckhand mobs as quickly as you can. They are going to be wavering. Negative 15 leadership. They're getting hit really hard. Now, looks like we have broken. And Noculus could push this off the edge of the map. Oh my god, he actually broke the Horseman as well. No immune to psychology there. So if they do get too close to Noculus, it could be really bad here. So Knuckles is going to be down to 1.7k worth of regen. And yeah, it's looking tough for him. Berserkers need to wait. They need to be patient. You need to get as many volleys from the Hunter Javelins as you can. These boys only have 26 leadership. 26 melee attack, sorry. So they might go in first. You need to take it one at a time if you can. Well, it looks like they're going to fully surround, see if they can get some good damage value. I know Noculus has some good splash attacks. Oh, looks like they can't... Oh, yeah, the caster's going to be a lot of balance of power. I don't know if you want to throw the caster in. Yeah, you don't... Yeah, he got hit hard. He has 30 melee attack, and I don't know, it's tough. It is tough. They're going to be holding a lot of your leadership together as well. Yeah, so it's like he is going to just continuously shoot here using the Mortal Horseman, and I don't blame him. You want to try and shoot as much as you can. So 1.6 here left for him, and also the more he engages in melee combat, he'll also heal due to hunger. You want to force him to use those Winds of Magic if you can. He's going to be chasing here up against the Shaman Sorcerer. 35 speed, 38. So he could catch, he really could catch, especially with charge as well. You need to be moving that other Fire Sorcerer. Yeah, some more throwing going down here up against him. 2.8k health left. Oh, that Spirit Leech as well. Brilliant. Nice Spirit Leech coming in there. I don't know if the Firecaster is going to be any different on stats. No, it's exactly the same on stats. Oh, it is going to be a summon here with the Mortar Berserkers. And the player is going to be trying to snipe one of the Encourage here from the nice casters. Hit trying to come through on the Shaman Sorcerer. He could get hit. Oh my god, that big hit there coming through. Norcus only has 45 melee attack. Like, yeah, fine, he should hit, but oh my god, he's decimating the Death Sorcerer. Death Sorcerer has broken. That could actually waver the second one if you're not careful. Balance of power, though, massively going to be in the favor here for ice power. Knuckles is going to be having his healing cat coming through. So it looks like he has 1.4k left worth of healing left in this pocket here. So he has about 3,400 HP left if he does use Invocation of the Heck. Now you need to keep your Shaman Sorcerer in here, but don't allow him to get caught. You need that encourage here for your units, but don't get caught. Death Sorcerer is coming back. Hopefully you can give encourage here to the Berserkers. You need your infantry to do as much work here up against Noculus as you can. Don't allow your Shaman Sorcerer to get caught. Just do not allow it.
This was not meant to be!
Oh, I think he's going to get him as well. Big hit here could kill him, actually. It looks like he's going to get away. Fire Sorcerer coming in, though, for a little bit of a strike. Knuckles, 2,000 HP. He is going to be healing thanks to being in melee combat. He's going to catch the Fire Sorcerer. Big hit on the Fire Sorcerer in the back. He's going to be wavering. He will break the Sorcerer. If you're not careful, that could break a few other units as well. But all the Berserkers are in. Noculus is going to go down to 1.9k HP. Balance of power really shifting into Ice Power's favour now. You need to get these Marauder Berserkers back in if you can. They will break, though, if they do run into the Shaman Sorcerer. If he's broken and running, they will also break.
Bash their heads in! Drink in victory!
Bash their heads in indeed. 1.7k left here for Noculus. He's going to be healing over time thanks to being in combat. Some of them are going to shatter, and that's going to is going to be Balance of Power. Whew! What an interesting finish there. Very, very interesting. Very well played by some of those guys. How are we doing, everybody? I hope you're all having a good evening. So really excellent first game here in the final between these two. A Rubber Duck of War getting 66 kills to only 230 damage value for Frog. 1,150 for the Shaman Sorcerer of Death, and 160 kills to 1,450 for the Shaman Sorcerer of Fire. 270, 800 for the Marauders, and for the Berserkers, 700, 970, 191 kills, 700, and 221 for 1,100. 100 kills here for the Javelins for 1,061, 366 at 30, and 88 for 680 for the Marauder Hunter Javelins. Really, really good work from them. From the Horsemen, 800 for 78 kills, 206, 138, 425 here from the Horse Masters, and for the Skin Walls, 140 and 550. So if we do go here with Ice Power, Noculus got 1,400. Apologies, and 200, 170 for the Deckhand Mobs, 270, 220 here for the Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mobs as well. Bombers 250, 340, 700, 300, 600 here from the handguns, and 888 from the Black Spots, with 670 for the 4th unit. 350 and 360 from the Deck Gunners, with the Shade Rays coming in with 730. Bloated Corpse getting 426. I forgot about the Bloated Corpse. I forgot to see what he did. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to see what he did. I forgot to see him explode there in the middle. But 512, 1,226, and 960 from the Scurvy Dogs. Awesome game. Fantastic game here between these guys. How you doing, Ruben? Hope you're doing well, buddy. GG's indeed. GG's well played indeed. Let's get this up. It's going to be 1-0 here for Ice Power. What we'll do is we'll put on the nice picture here from Ducky whilst we wait. Right, let's see what you guys were saying here in the chat. Yeah, the problem with some of my hay fever medicine is it makes me, like, seriously drowsy. I apologize. I'm actually not tired. I'm just, like, it really drains me. It really drains me. And I read some of the stuff from And thank you very much to Steel Bonnet. He sent me in some really good stuff, and I've done some reading. It can, like, hay fever can really drain. It really can. Such a tease indeed. Gumbriddle has a great build, versatility in Duck's last best of 7. Yeah, it was a good build from him. It was a good build. I think if you want to prepare for Copter, you just go Alariel, you bring Earthblood, and then you just bring Tempest. And then as long as you bring 3 units of range, you're fine with dealing with Copters. What was this about 1 gold? Budget Boy got 426 value. Paid for himself by 1 gold. That's fantastic. Usually I'd go deck drop a cheese, but it isn't fun for either side. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, great game indeed. Great game. Yeah, MP Alpine Ridge. Yeah, 2 800 players here, and of course Ducky, the runner of DBD, and Ice Power from Extreme Meme Team. For those that don't know, both sides have come together to make Extreme Meme Ducks, so we're sort of like brother clans here, and yeah, we all get on very well, as well as the AC guys as well, so they're in there as well, which is quite nice. So we have like AC, DBD, and Extreme Meme Team. Let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. Ducky has some really good burning heads today. He has some really good burning heads. Is fire the most useful lore? It has to be. I'd say in a lot of matchups. Fire is one of the most useful. Life is also pretty good. Life magic is very good. I would probably say, and I think probably a few people might argue with me, but I would probably say the best lore of magic in the game is probably the lore of vampires. Probably the best lore. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Bray lore is also powerful. Yes, I would actually probably put Bray lore in probably the top 3. Actually, Viletide, Bray Scream, also coming in with Cygol Summons, is some of the most powerful you can have. Oh no! Okay, so I guess I'll take the OP skins. No, he's done it! Ice Power's taken the green skins. No. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Alright, so he's also not only done that, he's also done even more. He's banned Ducky's Lizardmen, and then he's banned green skins. So I think here Ducky probably has to go Empire, Tomb Kings, or Vampire Counts. Now, I think the best pick here is actually Vampire Counts, but I think for Ducky particularly, I think his best pick is going to be Empire. Ooh, big call coming out from Ducky. I think you have to change your clan tag. Yeah, you can't be rolling the XMT if you're going to be bringing greenskins. You can't be doing it, buddy. Where's the memes? Oh, no way is he going to come with Dowie. There's no way he's going to come with the Darby. Oh, let's bring in the Darby then. Oh, yes. I'm a happy boy. Let's bring in those Darby. Right, let's catch up with what some of you guys are saying. Yeah, of course, those games were close, and it gets a great series. Yeah, there's been some fantastic series today, and there's been some excellent games that I'm really disappointed I missed, for sure. Look at that. Quietly taking notes. Always wanted to try Beastmen. Yeah, I would certainly take a Brave Shaman and use their magic. Viletide is probably one of the better explosion spells in the game. If you actually overcast it, if you actually overcast Voltide, it also does armor piercing damage as well. A lot of it. Brace Scream is actually one of the better spells in the game as well. So a lot of I'll show you with my hands. So if you take most breath spells, it says I'd take like the Fire Ring and Tori. It's quite shallow but really, really long. Brace Scream is actually quite wide and short. It's actually really, really good at breaking up cavalry charges. It's really good at breaking up any sort of charge you might get from infantry or especially cavalry. This could have been a gentle match, Ducky, but you made it personal. You banned my Dark Elf boys, I ban your lizards. Interesting. All right. This is going to be on MP Alpine Ridge as well, so for Ducky this could be quite difficult for the Darwi. It could be quite difficult. Ducky has to be some really good cycle charging to take out Knockos at this point. Yeah, it was a tough matchup for sure. Overcast Brace Scream can be exceptional. Can be so good. Those two together, I actually saw a Brace Shaman get... this was actually Deadly Bunny's got, I think, 3.5k damage value up against the High Elves with a Brace Shaman on a chariot. Excellent stuff. Brilliant game. If you learn to use it really strong... Yeah, it is one of the things that can really pull up. There are some excellent units for the Beastmen. They are considered probably the worst faction in the game currently, but they have some excellent stuff. I'm telling you now, if they get the right units in the DLC and some of the units I'm hoping for, and some of the things that I am hoping they do, which I think they should, if it does, it could really boost the Beastmen into a really nice position. A really nice position. Big fan of the fairly standard Dawi build here with just 2 brimstone gyros thrown in. Yeah, standard build here can be quite nice. Goblobber and Royal Dawi Air Force. Indeed, Mr. Andy Blakely. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you here. And commiserations here fighting up against Ducky. How you doing, Crystal Methodologist? How you doing, buddy? Power move. Indeed, it was a power move. Dawi Invicta, indeed. Dawi Invicta. You were my brother, Ice Power. I considered you a brother. How we doing, Jason Thompson? How we doing, buddy? Nice to see you here in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Ducky hates vampires, I think. He does hate vampires, but I think he's certainly been learning them. He's certainly been learning them, but he can definitely play Tomb Kings pretty well. He can definitely play Tomb Kings. Damn, Mr. Bloaty. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I know. I'm sorry. I apologise. Sadly, got to go. Thanks for the stream. GG's. Thanks for the company, chat fellas. Thank you very much, Blackthorn, for coming in and relaxing. It's always super nice to have you here, buddy. So take care of yourself and enjoy your evening. Drinking game. Do a shot every time Lodger says. Excellent stuff. Yes. Sorry, I am pretty repetitive. I do have my common phrases, to be fair. Also, Beastman is terrible main pick. But nice. Yeah, I would say the same for the Dawi. The Dawi are excellent counters. So are the Beastmen. Beastmen can certainly be picked into some really nice matchups. Alright, so for the Dawi, oh, perfect. We are going to be seeing a Skyhammer, as well as 3 units of the Brimstone guns and also the gyrocopters. So why is it important to have 2 gyrocopters? Well, here's your reason. So they're going to be coming through with the double suppressed. So if you do have something in the sky that is able to deal with it, you can shoot with one, move back with the other, shoot again, and you just shoot, move, drop, shoot, move, drop. And then the Brimstone guns, anti-large, armor piercing, fire damage, very good up against that regeneration. All here having those good drops as well. We are going to have a normal unit which is going to be anti-infantry. You will see the main difference here is going to be 100 range for the Brimstones and only 75 here for the normal gyrocopters. They will be anti-infantry, but pretty poor on that accuracy compared to those Brimstones. We are going to have some miners for blasting charges, some rangers in the pocket with the warriors of the Dragonfire Pass. Very good fire damage from these boys. Also going to be having the anti-infantry. We're going to have some more dwarf warriors, some rangers, some more miners for blasting charges with iron breakers and Norgrim iron breakers, and some more miners here in the pocket. We're also going to be having the Nice Lord, which is going to be Grombrindle, the White Dwarf. He's going to be having his very nice flash bomb, as well as the good Grombrindle has no fear. Awesome stuff. How are we doing, Mr. Big Bobo? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, really awesome stuff here in the pocket. Really, really good stuff. And here for the greenies, we are going to be having... Oh, looks like we're going to have some Night Goblin Squig Hoppers with the Durkit's Squigs. 2 units here of the Death Creepers and the Morgus Mangum Marauders. This is a dangerous combo. The really nice thing here about the Death Creepers, they do have that regeneration, Stalk, as well as Strider, and the very good poison and the increased stats. Really good armor piercing here from the Morgus Mangum Marauders, including that very nice immune to psychology. Can be very good at taking out those brimstone guns, etc. We do have the Giant River Troll Hag, which will come through. Is there no Mither? Oh, no, that's a mistake, Ice Power. No Mither here. You always have to think Mither. Always against the Dawi. But he's going to come in with the Spirit Leech and the Life Leeching, but no Mither. It's a bit of a shame. We are going to have Grom the Paunch as well with the Lucky Banner, as well as the Greeners here. So the Brimstone Guns can do some really good work there. Nasty Skulkers, one of their best matchups here in the game with their good armor piercing as well. We are going to have some Goblins here. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Goblins. The Goblin Fanatics as well. So Night Goblins here with the Apic Loonies. Just have 3 units of those. Double Black Orcs as well with the normal Forest Goblin Spider the Archers on the right hand side. And for the last little model here today, we are going to have the sneaky Night Goblin Shaman Vindictive Glare, and they need stabbing, 2 perfect spells to come with that very good Stalk. So interested to see that it didn't come with Mither. Oh, I'm so disappointed, Ice Power. There's a naughty no-no. Right, let's do it indeed, says Ice Power. Tucky says, oh, let's have a look. But, oh, okay, for one of the last times before they get nerfed into Oblivion. Yeah, fair enough. I can understand that. And to be honest, in my personal opinion, I think they could get nerfed into the floor. I think they could get nerfed into a Beastman position. Not quite into a Beastman position, but they could get hit pretty hard, I think. So Vindictive Glare going down. Well, does hit 1. Lots of damage going down on one of the Gyrocopters. Spirit Leech going down as well, which could actually kill one of the Gyrocopters if you're not careful, the one that actually got hit. So much damage going down on them as well. God, that's a lot of damage here from the Spirit Leech. Very good stuff there. So we are going to see the Morgus Mangum Marauders and the poison from the Death Creepers coming in. Shots are going to be going down up against Grom. You need to keep the anti-infantry ones shooting here up against the Morgribs, and you need to have the Brimstones here firing up against Grom the Paunch. Is only one of them going to be Brimstones? Oh no, only one of those Brimstones. I actually think triple Brimstones here are really important. You need triple Brimstones in my opinion. One unit here, it looks like the Brimstone Guns are going to be getting shot here. They have gone down, so they are going to be broken, they are going to get moved off, but I love the sound of the gorgeous Skyhammer. When this thing shoots, it is so nice to hear. So the very, very nice, oh, I love that sound. We're going to be shooting here with the Suppressed, really slowing down here up against the very, very nice Giant River Troll Hag. And the Gyrocopter Spirit Leech going down again on top of these Brimstone Guns. Shot's going to be coming in the front here from the Rangers here up against the armoured Giant River Troll Hag. She only has 50 armour, but still that's enough to negate quite a lot of the range coming in. Now, the Skyhammer can actually fire whilst moving, so you don't actually need to keep it still for that long. But very good anti-infantry shots here coming in for the Brimstone Guns. You need to try and see if you can get some drops here with some of your bombs going on, especially up against the lower leadership here on some of the nasty Skulkers. Apologies, bit of a brain fart there. But Brimstone Guns are going to be shooting into Grom, and very good stuff indeed. Slowed Grom down even more. They actually have 1,509 damage value here on top of Grom, so they could really, really rack up some good stuff. This box needs to hold though. We do have one very brave Brimstone Gun coming back into the mixture, and this bad boy can certainly cause some havoc. Oh no, look at this. The Warriors of Dragonfire Pass have been decimated by a fantastic Nasty Skulker push. Not Nasty Skulker, sorry, a very, very nice Fanatic there. Fanatic also going to get in the back line, has hit the Rangers, and Miners are blasting charges with a nice unit Miners in the back. And so the Norgrim Eyebreakers did push back. They need to turn around and start getting some blasting charges involved for sure. Blasting charges here on top of those Black Orcs could be very, very nice. One Brutal needs to get in and aid here up against the those Dwarf Warriors. Flash Bomb could be very, very good. And maybe you could even try and see if you could start the Giant River Troll Hag. That could be really nice to get rid of those Spirit Leeches, etc. The Bombers, it's really hard to keep two forces going in completely separate areas of the battlefield. As you can see, it looks like we have the Durkit Squigs coming in the back. These guys actually have the missile resistance. It's going to be the main difference between them and the normal ones. Of course, they have the increased stats. They're going to be armor piercing, anti-infantry, and poison. Almost perfect tools here at taking down Derby. Another Fnatic here in the front line up against the Iron Breakers as well. These Fanatics are just so good. But they're actually going to go into their own Black Orcs here. Actually taking down a few models of those as well. Supported here by the Giant River Troll Hag, they're going to be thumping in the front up against the Arm Breakers, while we'll go down for the base increase to weapon damage, 25% armor piercing, and 24 melee attack. Going to really help them here punch through the front line. As you can see here, we do actually have the Gyrocopters coming back online, and as you can see, Grom is going to be running away here from the Brimstone guns. And you need to keep on top of them. If they do actually go out of the range of the Brimstone guns once you've given an attacking order, they will not keep following. But look, the Brimstone guns have still got all of that damage on Grom. Awesome, I'd love to see that. As you can see, the Skyhammer is going to coming back. If you could really shoot here. Oh, looks like Flashball has gone down. He is going to be coming off the Giant River Troll Hag. Can he get the punches in he needs? Good hit there up against her. You can see that Nasty Skulls have come in with the slow. Smoke Bomb will slow down Grombrindle and stop him from catching the Giant River Troll Hag. This is where you bring over the Skyhammer and see if you can shoot her in the backside. Durkit Squicks are going to be pushing into the back up against the Miners with blasting charges. Looks like they're going to be able to try and tear apart these boys. They're going to be losing lots of health pretty quickly here. Hundreds going per hit. Fantastic work there. Nice bomb drop there up against the Nasty Skulkers. Blasting charges in as well here for Norgrim Ironbreakers. And they have certainly shattered the unit here of the Nasty Skulkers. Balance of power will be pushing into the Darwi favour, which is exactly what we want to see here from the boys in blue. The boys with the beards are coming through with the blasting charges as well. Absolutely smashing here into the Morgus Mangin Marauders. Fantastic blasting charges here from these Iron Breakers. Really, really good work. So they have broken them. Excellent stuff coming through. It's like in the front here, the Norgrim Iron Breakers are going to be holding to the death here up against these Black Orcs. Sneaky Stepper going down for the increased melee attack and armor piercing. Blasting charges also going to be aiding them in this fight as well. And looks like you do have a very healthy unit of Black Orcs coming in as well. We need some more shot action here. Skyhammer could really do with aiding, pushing off certain units, including the Morgus Mangin Marauders. While going down for a second time, I'd like to see War come back in here again. Goblin's going to be getting that extra armor piercing, base weapon damage, and melee attack here up against the Miners. And in the back here, the Night Goblin Fanatics, thank God they're not being utilised at the moment, because they could really cause some havoc here in the back. Durkit Squigs are going to be pushing off all sorts of units of Miners. They're going to be breaking left, right, and centre. And the Night Goblin Shaman, probably not going to be using too much more Winds of Magic, but certainly going to be holding the fort down in the back, just pushing off certain units. Grombrindle needs to stay nice and close here to the double Iron Breakers. If he stays alive and he stays healthy, these Black Orcs, I don't think they can win. I don't think they can win in this matchup. Flash Bomb will really pull them apart. As you can see here, looks like the Gyrocopters might try and come back in and get some good bombs off. We do actually have the Black Orcs coming back into the mixture. And the Royal Dowie Air Force could pull this off. Balance of power is going to be even here. Lovely shots for the anti-infantry Gyrocopters going to be shooting in up against the Black Orcs. Black Orcs have broken. Excellent stuff. Use your Skyhammer to go push these guys off the map. Maybe try and see if you get some shots here up against the Gobbos. Don't want them firing up against Gobbos and taking unnecessary damage. Or you can maybe shoot into the Death Creepers. Looks like here the Iron Breakers are going to be pushing out to meet the Black Orcs. What's going to be going down here? So some Night Goblin Fanatics. They're going to have less than a quarter health, I think. So you're not going to be seeing any Fanatics, I don't believe. Any more Fanatics in the back pocket could be crucial in this stage. Some ammunition left here for the Brimstone guns. Not too much. Some ammunition here left for the Gyrocopter, the normal ones. Yes, there is going to be another Fanatic here left in the pocket. There was one left, and that was a bit painful there for the Iron Breakers. Grom hasn't been used all game. He will be able to come back in. 1.4k HP. He is going to be healing. The Brimstone guns could certainly do with a nice good volley up against him. A flash bomb from Grombrindle could also finish them off. Durkit Squigs are going to come in. They could do some good damage here up against the Iron Breakers. Iron Breakers have 79 melee defense here for the Norgrim Iron Breakers. Just a massive amount of melee defense. I think they're actually the highest melee defense in the game for any infantry. Big shots here going down into Grom the Paunch. And this is where you're going to start getting the Sky Bomber and the crew involved. Big hit coming in from the Giant River Dragon. Actually, maybe keeping the Skyhammer healthy might be better. The reason being is simply the fact that it's actually going to hold a lot of balance of power and can really help keep the Iron Breakers fighting. Poison is going to be coming in for the Death Creepers, and these boys do have regeneration, so they are going to be healing over time. And there's really not a lot you have to push them off, unfortunately. It looks like you are going to have in the Gyrocopters. They do actually have 31 melee attack, and with a nice charge bonus there of 25 charging into the Goblins, it's really, really nice stuff. Spirit Leech here going down on the Norgrim Iron Breakers. And what do we have left here? Grom is going to come in for that charge. Spider is coming in for the rear side as well for that poison. Sneaky Stabbing and the Great Illness here has gone down for the increased melee attack. Very good stuff here for the Night Goblin Fanatics. Can you hit Grom though? Don't think you're able to hit Grom. Big shots going down though from the Gyrocopters. Can the Gyrocopters maybe try and shoot into the Goblins and try and see if you can break some of this force? I think it's going to be Grom versus the world here, unfortunately. It looks like the Brimstone Guns are going to be getting pushed here by Grom. Can they get back into the sky? 105 speed for them. They're certainly going to be very difficult to catch. Nice charge coming in from the Brimstone Guns. Looks like the Death Creepers are getting close to their healing cap. Can Grom come through? The Grom certainly needs to try and see if he can fight up against the Giant River Troll Hag or Grom the Paunch. Grom Brindle can slap either of these two easily in combat. Looks like he's going to be breaking the Goblins here in the back. They are winded. Try and see maybe if you can hit the Goblins here in the back. Maybe with some of those Gyrocopters, see if you can maybe free up some units of the Iron Breakers. But it's like they are going to be getting escorted kindly here by the Night Goblin Shaman. Good cycle charging, really good stuff from the Skyhammer as well. Not sure what charge bonus this bad boy's got. Maybe not as much as I think. He's going to be having, if he stays still, I can't actually see. Charge, 30 charges, not as much as I thought. Looks like here the Brimstone Guns are going to be wavering. And no doubt here, the Giant River Troll Hag, I believe it has fear. Yeah, it does have fear. Grom Brindle is going to be fighting up against the Gobbos. Shots still coming through from the Goblin, up against the Goblins. I'd actually maybe like to see them shoot into the Black Orcs here. The anti-infantry can really help here. Yeah, so nice shots going into the Goblins. Maybe it's just the full focus here. Oh, Flash Bomb going down. Can he hit Grom? This is the opportunity to try and win the game. A big hit on Grom could be fantastic. Giant River Troll Hag coming in to try and save the day. Flash Bomb was affecting her, but Grom Brindle one-on-one versus her could be really hard. Also, having Black Orcs back in is seriously dangerous. The great units here for the increased melee attack, base weapon damage, and armor piercing is also super scary. Grom Brindle does punch up against Grom. 900 HP left for him, 600 HP left for him. Can he break is the question. I don't think so. Balance of power is super even here. Can Grom win it here? I don't know. They are going to be chasing Grom. Keep chasing Grom. They've broken Grom. Grom might go off the edge of the map here. This could be super key. This could be super duper key. It looks like the Giant River Troll Hag is going to be chasing. If you keep cycle charging Grom, he is going to be healing. But if you can get any sort of damage onto him, that could be really, really helpful. Grom Brindle is going to be charging down up against the Giant River Troll Hag. Is he going to get hit off? No, he's not going to get hit off, so he probably needs to fight the Black Orcs. Doesn't want to take too much unnecessary damage. Big hits on the Black Orcs. Nice big splash damage. That could break the Black Orcs. Yeah, they have broken, so now it is going to be Grom here fighting up against the Giant River Troll Hag, as well as the Skyhammer coming in to aid with the charge. Oh, the Royal Dowie Air Force coming through here. The absolute champs. Looks like Grom the Paunch has come back. Healing is going to be in tow. He has exactly 500 left of HP. Worth of healing. There is going to be a flash bomb in the pocket. Looks like here the Brimstone Guns are going to be chasing up against the very, very nice Giant River Troll Hag. What sort of healing have we got left in for her? So she is going to be having 600 healing left for her. You need to make sure she is escorted off the map. She's going to be 8 leadership, 5 leadership. One Brimstone Gun is certainly grinding up against her backside. That is a brave man there in a Brimstone Gun for sure. And as you can see, we are going to be having a charge coming in from the Death Creepers. She's going to have negative leadership, 16 leadership coming through now. Leadership is all over the place. Maybe because she was winning in combat, not particularly too sure. He's going to turn around and see if he can hit the Spider Riders. Spider Riders are going to run. Grom's going to come through with that charge. Oh, Grom did back off the last second. Very interesting. Looks like there's going to be poison here going up against Grom. Flash Bomb going down, slowing absolutely everything around him. Perfect stuff. Can he hit Grom though? Can he hit Grom? You need to hit Grom the Paunch if you can. Negative melee defense for all units around. Coming in, pinning and using the Gyrocopters. Grom the Paunch could be absolutely slapped here if you're not careful. 6 melee defense for him. Can Grom Brindle get in and hit him? No, he can't. But he might be able to hit here up against the Death Creepers or maybe the Giant River Troll Hag. Night Goblin Shaman is going to be close. Balance power is going to be going into the Greenskins. Unfortunately, wavering units here from the Gyrocopters. Grom the Paunch is getting cycle charged to death here, unfortunately. It is really painful to see. And it looks like Grom the Paunch has healed very closely to max here. He's going to have 200 worth of regen left. Grom Brindle is getting absolutely slapped here. Just cycle charge left, right, and centre. And I think, unless a big RNGesus does come through here for Grom Brindle, I think it is going to be a win here for the Greenskins. He has broken the Death Creepers. Now that is a big win. It looks like the Night Goblin Shaman is coming in as well. Oh, he has broken the Giant River Troll Hag. Excellent. Now he can't cycle charge. You have to engage here. Now he is going to be engaging with the Goblins. and he is going to try and get a fat cycle charge with Grom. He needs to say that flash bomb for the next round Grom comes in, so he can pin in using the gyrocopters and see if he can get him off the battle. Giant River Troll Hag is probably going to have no healing left. 200 healing left for her, so she might come back into the fray. Big hit going down on Grom the Paunch. Big hit going down there, perfect. Grom the Paunch is going to be down to 700 HP. Night Goblin Shaman is hit the Goblin Shaman, hit the Goblin Shaman. Oh, 300 HP. He has broken. He's broken. The River Troll Hag has come back though, I think. He's going to be chased off. Now you need to engage. Looks like here the Death Grievers have come back into the mixture. Balance Power is going to be going into the Dowie. This is a super close game. Get these gyrocopters into the backside of the Giant River Troll Hag. Don't let her come back. Do not let her come back. Big hits here on the Night Goblin Shaman could really turn it here. Flash Bomb going down. Can you hit the Night Goblin Shaman? Grom is getting escorted. Giant River Troll Hag is back. Big hits going down on the Night Goblin Shaman. Cycle charge there onto the Death Creepers. That could break them. 12 leadership. They are going to hold. Now, he does need a fighter here. He can't run. Oh, no. He shattered the Skyhammer. That's painful. Death Creeper's very low. He needs to engage. Yeah, so it looks like these gyrocopters are going to be holding in. They're going to try and help screen. I think if you can hit the Night Goblin, he's actually holding a lot of health at the moment. If you can hit him, that could be excellent. Grom the Paunch is going to be 300 HP. If you could get a hit off here with the Brimstone guns, that would be really, really nice. Cycle charge there into the back of the Death Creepers. This is a super long game. This is so intense. I think you're going to have a Flash Bomb very, very soon. So cycle charge there into Grom Brindle. Giant River Troll Hag is going to come in with that armor piercing as well. Can you hit her? You need to be able to hit her. Oh, looks like the Death Creepers have broken. Oh, she's going to be, what's we talking for her? 1.1 left for her. Oh, can you hit here up against the Night Goblin Shaman? Big hit on the Night Goblin Shaman. Perfect. Looks like the gyrocopters are going to be wavering. Hit coming through there from her. 1.4 left for Grom Brindle. Giant River Troll Hag 1,000. The big hit going down. Oh, 700 left for her. She could break here. She could certainly break. Big hit going down again. 280. Balance power massively in the Dowie favour now for sure. Cycle charging coming through. She has shattered. Perfect stuff coming through. Has Gromby come back though? Notice like the gyrocopters have ensured he goes off the battlefield. Negative 10 leadership there. Negative 16 in fact because he's just gone. And here we go. A fantastic win here coming from the Dowie. What an awesome finish here coming from the big boys in blue. Excellent stuff coming through from a Rubber Duck of War. Bringing it up to 2 apiece here. What an absolutely fantastic finish. Awesome game. Wow, what an excellent game. Jesus, what a game. 520 damage value for Grom the Paunch. He got shot in that entire game. And this here for the Dowie is the perfect build if you do not expect it as the greenskins. But let's go through. So it looks like 380 for the Night Goblin Shaman, 1,500 here for the Giant River Troll Hag. Very, very good Spirit Leeches. I think Mither here was super important. It was super important. It always is. But 250 here for the Goblins, 220, 108, and 125. 87 and 68 here from the Nasty Skulkers. I really like them. If you can protect them, they are super cool units. They are super good, especially with their smoke bombs. Really, really good. 536 damage value for the Night Goblins, 1,386 from the normal units, showing just how powerful they can be. 500 here from the 8-peak Loonies, 660 from the Black Orcs, 388. I think the Black Orcs here not being supported in the way they could have been actually cost the game a little bit, but still good nonetheless. 590 from the Night Goblin Squig Hoppers, and 97 in from the with 870 damage value from the Durkin Squigs. 180 and 1,336 from the Death Creepers. I don't know why I don't see them enough, but I love the Death Creepers. I think they're a super good unit. And 750 damage value from the Walker's Mangum Marauders. Really, really cool stuff. So here we are going to have 2,650 damage value for Grombrindle, 92 damage value for the miners, 910 for the miners and blasting charges, with 540 for the second unit, 240, and for the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass, 250. A fantastic fanatics going down the flank there of those. 165 for 1,200 for the Ironbreakers, and 1,377 for the Norglim Ironbreakers as well. A fantastic unit here for the Darwi. 350 as well as 570 for the Rangers, 430, 1,150 for the Gyrocopters, Brimstones 1,500 and 150 for the second unit. Spirit Leech to death there with 197 kills, 2,600 damage value for the Skyhammer Gyro Bomber. Perfect stuff. What an excellent game here between both of these guys. GG's, well played to both of you guys. That was an awesome show there. What a fantastic show from both of these guys. Guess I deserve that. That was for XMT. I love it. I love it. Those Ironbreakers battling Gubbers in the corner. Oh, I didn't see that, actually. I didn't see that. So close. What an awesome game between these two. So we are going to go through to game 3 here between these two absolute legends. Perfect here. So one on the board for Ducky, coming through with the Darwi. Coming in with that beard. That vengeance was real. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the Darwi today. Never see the Darwi enough in tournaments, in my opinion. I love it, Ducky. I love it, bro. And welcome, everybody. I've seen a lot of you have joined. Thank you very much for joining here. I hope you are enjoying the final here between Ice Power and a Rubber Duck of War. These guys are excellent players from Extreme Meme Team and DBD, or Extreme Meme Ducks, if you like. GG's indeed. Yes, Matt, indeed. Big DBD power. Bugman beards for all, indeed for Poland. All going to sit around for a Bugman's brew after that. Fantastic stuff. So for anybody that is here, is chilling out, is relaxing, thank you very much for coming and checking me out today. I hope you are enjoying the stream. If you are, please feel free to bop that like button. It really does help me here on this live stream. For every single interaction from that like, it really helps promote here on YouTube this live stream and really promotes out to the wider audience here of YouTube. So hopefully some more people can see it as well. So that'd be really handy if you guys are enjoying it. A like would be an awesome way of supporting. And also if you're still enjoying it as well, maybe feel about subscribing as well. I don't like saying this too much, but of course it also is kind of my job. If you guys are thinking about supporting me even further, a subscription would really, really help. So I would really appreciate that as well. But yeah, God, what some excellent games here. And map 3 is going to be Prague, which is also another excellent map. I'm a big fan of Prague. I think it's a nice map here. Pretty balanced for both sides, I must admit. So let's find Prague. Here we go. All right, so we're going to be having the Dino Roar from Ducky now. I'm sure a lot of people have been waiting to see this. We've had one game from Ducky with the Dinos, and we're going to be getting a second. So it looks like he's going to be running VP and Dark Elves. So Dark Elves is a normal counter. So, for example, your main picks are going to be Skaven and Vampirates. They're two very good bands here up against the Dinos. But, of course, Ice Power is one of the best Dark Elf players in the game. Therefore, he's already played Vampirates. So, probably just going to see a Skaven ban here, actually. But they're two normal ones. But he's one of the best Dark Elf players in the game, Ice Power. So, actually seeing a ban here there is actually quite smart from him. He would rather play his Skaven than he would his Dark Elves. Skinkies, precious little skinky boys indeed. I'm excited for the DLC, even for both. I mean, obviously a lot of us are excited for the Beastmen, but I'm also excited for the Lizardmen. They've got some really, really cool units, like Troglodons and all sorts of cool things that are going to come in. ROR Skinky Boys, and maybe some ROR Cohort Javelins will be really nice as well. There's some really, really nice stuff to come in, for sure. Love this map. Yeah, this is a cool map, yeah. This is going to be a best of 5 for opponents. So we're going to go through game 3 here. I try and make all of my finals a best of 5. Yeah. Oh, right. So it looks like we're going to be having Empire from Ice Power. So, yeah, I do like a build here from the Empire. This is a pretty even matchup, I think. I think can be one from both sides. I think this is one that Ducky has a lot of experience in as well. I think Empire is a good counter. Lots of guns. Darwi and Empire are good counters, but Ice Power is not too much of a Darwi player. I think it's probably a little bit better for the Darwi than it is the Empire, but still, you know, you can do well with the Empire for sure. My common approach with this is a single unit of greatswords, very good anti-infantry armor piercing. You're going to be going Sigma Suns on the front with a couple of swordsmen. You also have some spears in the back with also maybe 3 or 4 units of halberdiers. You'll be having 2 units of handguns, 2 units of Free Company militia, maybe 2 cannons, and probably Volkmar the Grim with a firecaster. That would be my approach to this matchup if I was on the side of the Empire. If I'm coming on the Dino side of things, you're looking at a mass wide line of javelins. You're also going to be looking at, with some skin cohort javelins, you're also going to be looking at quite a few units here of Saurus. I think Mazdamundi's a bit of a risk here, but you could bring Mazdamundi. It is a risk, but you certainly could. Otherwise, going like bringing maybe a Stegodon here, or a Sheila as I call it here in the chat. You can certainly bring through a Feral Stegodon. Maybe bringing some other units, maybe some smaller dinos that cause terror as well, can certainly be a pain. I saw this matchup on the channel on this map 2 days ago. Yes, indeed, Mr. Crow, you did. You saw that between, yeah, 2 good opponents as well, actually. We had F&G going up against Han Samurai, which, yeah. Han Samurai actually brought a pretty old school build, which is pretty much most of the build I've actually described now, actually. But one thing you do normally see is the Saurus Old Blood. Saurus Old Blood is quite popular here. He comes with the Amulet of Vitzel, which is 66% damage resistance for, I believe it's 18 seconds, if my memory serves me correctly. He also has like the Horn of Kygor, and all sorts of things. So if you pop in with the Horn of Kygor, it gets the charge bonus, melee attack, and armor piercing, or base weapon damage. I can't remember which one. But you get all of that. You put that on a unit of Cav, maybe some... maybe go some spears, maybe go some Cold One Spear Riders. Pop that on, and it can actually have a really nice bonus there to really deal with elite units, even as far as Demogryph Knights. You don't often see Demogryph Knights in this, but a nice mixture of... I actually like the Empire throwing in Demogryph Knights every now and then, you know. So, you know, you just really keep the Dino players on their toes, for sure. You saw on their... Yeah, I love this matchup, man. This is a fun matchup. This is for sure going to be a really, really good matchup. It is going to be a matchup of guns and then pressure. It's going to be a matchup of how can the dinos get into that back line and shut it down. That's what it's going to come down to. So what a piece here. Can I get a few predictions in chat? What do we think the final score is going to be here? Are we thinking it's going to go to a 3-2? If you do, who's it going to go to? We think it's going to be a Ducky 3-2, an Ice Power 3-2. Is it going to be a 3-1? What do you guys think? What's on your mind right now? I'll be very interested to see what you guys are thinking. Also, is there any particular units in this particular matchup that you like? So, for example, what about Star Chamber Guardians? Do you like the Star Chamber Guardians in this matchup? Maybe to deal with Volkmar the Grim. Is there any other things you like as well? On Prague, the armies are quite close to each other, so it favours Lisbon perhaps. This is a map that certainly probably favours the Lisbon a little bit more, but also it's got a little bit of a bend downwards, but it is pretty flat indeed. So it does also favour guns for sure, yeah. For sure, it does also favour guns. No doubt. Happy for either to win. Yeah, for sure, man. I'd be happy for either to win as well, to be fair. So, whilst we are here waiting, for anybody that did miss it before, that maybe has hopped in a little bit later here, so this Sunday, we're going to be having a best-of-7 here between the excellent VM Cowrock up against Biblington, 2 fantastic growing players here in the community. excellent people and excellent players. They've come such a long way in 4 months, and you wouldn't believe they've only been playing for 4 months. They started at the beginning of the WWC, and I really want to showcase how good they have become. And they're also, you know, they've been on the channel for a very long time. I've had them since the very, very first week here at BattleMania. So I actually had 2 beginning BattleManias, and then I actually started Season 1. So they've been playing for a very, very long time. And they've come a long way, so it should be excellent to see what they can bring there. May the best player win, like them both. However, in this matchup, I say Ducky has a slight advantage. I would say Ducky has a slight advantage, and the reason being is because he's playing a faction he knows a lot better than I believe Ice Power would with the Empire. Like for me, there are some matchups that I go with the Dawi, for example. Like for example, with Dark Elves, there are some good counters. But even though it's a disadvantage to the Dawi, I would probably take them because I'm more confident with them, you know? So yeah. Yeah, that makes complete sense, dude. P-Pass or Crossroads, something like that. Empire more. I couldn't play dinos on Crossroads. I think Ducky would literally run downstairs and I think he would finish me there, and then he'd be like, "What are you doing?" and just stab me. All right, so let's go in here with the dinos. So we are going to be having, let's get you boys nice and close, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be having the Pterodon Riders Fire Leech Bowlers. These boys are going to be a little bit more expensive. They do have the exploding fire damage as well, so very nice to have those in the mixture. We're also going to be having the Cold One Spear Riders, 2 here, anti-large armor-piercing shock cavalry. Very, very good indeed. We're going to be having the cohort associate these lovely red boys here with these massive armor-piercing hammers, coming through that poison, and also refuse to die. We're going to be having some Saurus Spears, as well as some more red-crested skinks and some skink cohorts. It looks like we are going to be having a Skink Priest of Heaven. He is going to be having Curse of the Midnight Wind, Harmonic Convergence, and also the Rolling Skies. We're going to have the Beasts here with the Transportation of Gadon, and we're going to have Krotka here with the very nice Sacred Spawn of Exotl, and also the Hand of the Gods. Very good there at perhaps maybe sniping out the big bad Volkmar the Grim. So it's like we're going to have quite a few units of spears. It's like 2 units of spears and 1 unit of the Saurus Warriors in the front line. And we're going to have a few more units of the Skink Cohorts, which actually are a little bit faster there with that 46 speed. You're going to have 31 here for the Saurus Warriors. Pretty slow, actually, in comparison. You know, almost talking Dawi speed there, but 46 here for the Skink Cohorts allows us just to really whip around the flank here and shut it all down. So it looks like here a very nice deployment from the Empire here on Ice Power. He tried to go to the right-hand side a little bit and preempted the Ducky is going to spawn in the middle, so it is as close as possible to either side, which would be the smartest way for Ducky to play, but he's deployed on one side, so if he'd actually deployed down here, which is unlikely, which is what Ducky has predicted, he'll be able to catch him out. But as you can see here for the front line, we are going to have some nice spears with shields, some swordsmen, but of course the Sigma Sons and the nice Volkmar the Grim. The man here with the moustache and the power is going to be coming in with the Grand Soulfire, Grand Hammer of Sigmar, Banishment, as well as the Jade Griffins. And we're not going to be having the Grand Shield of Faith, which is a pretty interesting loss there. We're also going to be having the Light Wizard. He's going to be on foot. He's just going to be coming with Net of Amantok. And of course, we will be having the Fire Wizard today. We will be having the Burning Head, Fireball, and the Kindle Flame. Having some more swordsmen in the front with some spears. We're going to be having a unit of the handgunners here in the pocket. Make that 2, 3, 4 units of handgunners, as well as spearmen. Some Empire Knights here in the back, 2 units with some more spears, and a single unit of the Great Cannons. Now we are going to have 4 units of the Pterodon Riders Fire Leech Bowlers. So that's 4 lots of rock drops here that can be utilised on that front line, which can be very good. I'll actually almost use one on the Sigma Suns, and you can use 1 each here on the handguns, and really shut them down nice and quickly. This should be a very interesting matchup. You're going to have some in the front here, 2 Fire Leech Bowlers in the front and 2 in the back. So it'll be very interesting to see here if he does notice on the mini-map. So you can see here in the top left, you'll be able to see those 2 dots coming towards. Now they don't want to get too close that they get shot. So it looks like actually maybe they have been. I think they but here's the interesting thing. The ones that can reach them are going to be impeded by the trees, which is going to be quite interesting. So it's going to go both ways there. The trees are going to protect the handgunners, but it's also going to protect here up against the Fire Leech Bowlers. So it looks like in the front here we are going to be having 3 units of the Pistoliers. Not too much armor piercing on these bad boys, but they'll certainly get some good value indeed. Going to be absolutely wrecking the Fire Leech Bowlers. Dear God, they've absolutely wrecked that 1 unit down to half HP. Still 8 models, but no healing here from the dinos. So could be interesting. In the front line here, you can see the cohort of Sotek, they're going to be struggling as well. They are going to be getting charged by the big Grandmaster himself. Volkmar the Grim is coming into the front, and we are going to get a charge here from the Cold One Riders. If we do actually get the Horn of Kygo going off, plus 24 melee attack, this could be a big misplay here from Volkmar the Grim. Grand Soulfire going down. I'd actually keep him pinned in. He's going to run, and it is going to allow Volkmar to get away. Banishment going in as well. Looks like that's the double bait there, but a big hit coming in the back from Kroggar. This could be a ginormous misplay if you're not careful. It looks like he's going to get away with it. If you can manage to get these Cold One Spear Riders round and pin him back into place, he isn't going to be going anywhere. Nice big hits coming in the top here from the Pterodon Riders. And let's see. So in the back, looks like he has managed to shoot the Pterodon Riders. He shattered one, and it shattered 2 units of Fire Leech Bowlers. That's 750 apiece down the drain there. Big shots coming in from the Pistoliers at the front. And as you can see here in the sky, the Pterodon Fire Leech Bowlers. Let me try and see if they can get some good rock drops in. So we are going to have a Burning Head coming down up against the Red Crested Skinks. So low armor for these boys. Look at that damage. Going to absolutely shatter these boys if you're not careful. You can see the Cold One Spear Riders, 2 units, and the Saurus Spears coming in up against the Volkmar the Grim. Apologies there for... They do really need to lower that noise there for the Ferromanticore. It is quite noisy. But in the back here, Kroggar is going to be chasing after Volkmar the Grim. Balance power is even, but only because Volkmar is so vulnerable right now. Net has gone down on Kroggar, and this is where the punishment comes in. Handguns move forward, everything else moves forward. Boom, there you go. Ooh, big hit going down on the Bright Wizard. Big hit there from the Hand of the Gods coming into the handgunners in the back. They have been charged by the Spear Riders. Spear Riders do need to get around the back and see if they can charge into Volkmar. Volkmar cannot be allowed to get away and heal. It can't be done. On the left-hand flank, we are going to be seeing the Skin cohorts have been met by the Spearmen, and they've won. We are going to have the Spears fighting up against Swordsmen, which is not an ideal matchup for them. Sword Spears will absolutely chew through Swordsmen, and the Sigma Sons have held. The Skin Priest of Beasts, as well as the Heavens, are coming through into the main pockets. The Ferromanticore is going to be chasing here up against Volkmar the Grim. Now, he hasn't rampaged yet, but he's also going to be fighting up against Pistoliers, so you don't care if he's fighting up against Pistoliers. He will be removing the very nice fast unit here. As you do see, the Pterodon Riders, Fire Leech Bowlers are going to be chasing, pushing them away. That's going to create a nice pocket opening here to allow the big Dino boys here to get thrown to the back on top of Volkmar the Grim. Now, he does have 8 healing per second. As you can see, it's going to come through very, very quickly. We do actually have a unit of the handgunners there in the back that could be done with being moved onto, but the rampaging Ferromanticore has killed it, and it will be going down now, so we are going to wait for the second one to come in. And with that gone, balance of power will start to shift slightly into Ice Power's favour, not too much, but the second one will immediately be coming through here into the pocket. Shut down here against the handguns. That's a lot of AP down the toilet, unfortunately, here for the Empire. The man, the myth, the moustache, though, is going to be down to 2,100 HP. He's healed 300 HP in that time. He was below 1.8, so he's going to be coming up to somewhere near 400 already. So he's going to be coming off the Firecaster. Big hit there on the Firecaster. Really good work. That Firecaster is going nowhere. He's got absolutely entrapped here by the Ferromanticore. He has been terrified. Oh my god, he's getting thrown around here. Who said it was the Euros here? He's getting thrown around like a football, man. But as you can see here in the pocket, it's like Kroggar with the Sacred is going down and fighting up against the Empire Knight. 22% physical resistance with that increased vigor. Going to really allow him here to fight. Oh, so with that vigor, going to put him up to tired. So he's still going to be a little bit on the negative there. Oh, Banishment could be going down here on the Source Wars with shields. They're not going to be able to run anywhere near fast enough yet. They're going to get caught nice and hard here, unfortunately. Some damage going down, not too much. There's going to be a couple of hundred probably from that Banishment. But that will allow them to stop them attacking Volkmar the Grim. Armor-piercing handguns, though, are still online. They need to be shut down here. I don't know if you have anything. It looks like the Bright Wizard there got away. I don't know how he got away with that. But it looks like here the Ferromanticore is going to be chasing after Volkmar. Grand Hammer of Sigmar going down for him. And it looks like he's going to be 2.3k HP. He's healed at least 600 health. And that is scary. That's exactly why you cannot allow Volkmar the Grim to get away. And lots of armor piercing here going to be going down on the Kroggar. Fireball going down, big hit there. I would have preferred to see Hands of the Gods here on Volkmar the Grim, as I would have hit a lot more onto his hitbox. But I can see why he's trying to get rid of this Bright Wizard. Bright Wizard is going to come through with the fireballs, but I think unfortunately there's going to be nothing here to stop him down. Maybe you can try and see if you get the Skink Priest of Heavens to push onto him. It looks like we will be getting a Burning Head here onto the Spearman. Some damage value, not too much, but the second one, oh, Fireball going to be going straight through the second unit as well. That's a little bit painful there, unfortunately. Balance of power is going to be heavily into the Empire favour, as Volkmar is still healing Volkmar here is going to be up to 2.7k HP, and as you can see, Krokgar is now going to start to be withering as this does go on. We are going to be having Spearman fighting up against the Skink Priest, and it looks like he has managed to catch up against the Bright Wizard. We are going to be charging him with the Pistoliers, but the Pistoliers will lose super quickly here. That fear for the -8 leadership, and they will be losing heavily in combat. Shots still coming in the backside here from the Pistoliers, and you need to be getting those spears here onto Volkmar the Grim. Volkmar has managed to terrify the Skink Priest of Heavens. As you can see, the spears are going to be trying to pin in up against Volkmar. He's at 2.9k HP. He has healed at least 800 value here. 1.3k left here for Krokgar. Balance of power very, very near to army losses here if you're not careful. Ammunition has been fully utilised though by the Pistoliers. Lots of ammunition left on for the handgunners though, which is really scary. Very nice ability there coming through from Volkmar the Grim. He's going to be using his Soulfire, or the Grand Soulfire, as I should say. Going to be doing some good damage here up against the Sword of Spears. That will be army losses, and a fantastic game here from both sides. Awesome, awesome stuff. So as we can see here, 1.4k in for Volkmar the Grim. Really nice Grand Soulfires and really, really nice banishments there in the pocket, as well as 12 and 600 damage value there for the Bright Wizard. 58 for the Spears, 470, 377 for the Sigma Sons, and 240 here for the Swordsman, with 260 for the second unit of Spearmen with Shield. 174 damage, 1074 damage value for the handgunners, 350 and 315, with 470, 170 and 350 for the spearmen without shields. Only 100 damage value for the great cannons, 730 with 640 for the Empire Knights, 1,320, sorry, 940 and 1,277 for the Pistoliers. So really good work there from those Pistoliers. Really getting in and doing that value early doors there. Shutting down the Fire Leech Bowlers was super important. As you can see here, 1,870 for Krokgar, 84 for the Skink Priest of Beasts, and 43 there for the Skink Priest of Heavens. I think they're actually utilising 2 of the Ferromanticores, used almost all of the Winds of Magic, which means you didn't actually really get too much value for the second Skink Priest, unfortunately. So, how I feel about that, I'm not too sure. Maybe I'll leave it to you guys in the comments to see what you think, but what's the second castle worth it? My thought is probably not, but obviously Ducky is a very, very experienced Lizardman player, and I'm sure he had an idea. I think here this was a bit more coverage. For example, if he did go heavy there on the Knights, he certainly could have used Curse of the Midnight Wind to really help assist here with his Cold Spear Riders. But 280 there, and 76. 90 for the Red-Crested Skinks. Housebounce online, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you back onto the... Total Warhammer. 600 for the Sword of Spear Shields, with 550 for the second unit, with 120 kills for 600 for the Saurus Warriors. 570 for the Cohort of Sotek, 620 with 750 for the Cold Spear Riders. Looks like 460 for the Pterodon Fire Leech Bowlers, 640, 360, and 430. You know, Volkmar does not care about blunders, though. Yeah, that's true. He really did blunder Volkmar in the beginning, and I think although there was a banishment going down and a Grand Soulfire, I think he should have stayed on. I think you were going to take damage, but I think you needed to stay, because at that moment you had him pinned in with heavy cav, armor piercing. You also had Krokgar in there. I think actually leaving in that moment was, I think probably could have cost the game for Ice Power. Alright, so let's go. So Ice Power now is going to be 2-1 up in the series. Alright. So 2-1 here to Ice Power up against Ducky. Ducky, though, can certainly come back in this. If we do go through here to the map selection, we are going to be now onto the Southern Chaos Wastes. So a pretty flat map here. I could be interested to see what Ducky's going to pick. At least he only makes up for the rest of the roster sucking. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I still like the roster. I like Carl Franz, etc. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Crow. All the points are going against the serve. That's very, very true. Dwarfs beating Greenskins was interesting, and also seeing Ducky losing with the Lizard Men was also quite interesting. How we doing, Chase? Welcome, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here in the chat again. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Damn, Mr. Empire did it. Yes, Empire did do it. Carl, Empire got through with the big win. Let's get in here with a nice picture. We had a nice picture for today when we had Ducky up against Caradox, and we'll put that in there. Quite the funny meme. I do quite like it, actually. Hang on, Pistoliers to combat Pterodons. That would make sense. Yeah, they actually don't have much armor. So having Pistoliers that don't do much armor piercing means it doesn't particularly matter too much. They came through, they did the value, they did some good work. So many options. Yeah, it's true, Venture. There's so many options in this matchup. Happy for either Brit to win. Yeah, fair enough. No Star Chamber Guardians in this matchup. Nah, boo. Alrighty, so I ain't scared of no edgy elves. Baby gonna grab some early 2000s music. Alright, did Ducky say something? I can't see. It keeps shooting me to the bottom. Ain't scared of no edgy elves. I accept your gambit. So it looks like it is going to be Dark Elves. Dark Elves ban Wood Elves and OP skins. Now I think that's pretty good there. What's Ducky going to do to counteract this? I think his normal go-to is the Norskins. So I think Ducky's three main factions are going to be probably Lizardmen, Norska, and Wood Elves. So being you've already used all three... no, he hasn't, sorry. But he can't use the Wood Elves anyway, because the Wood Elves are banned. But he sells the Wood Elves that's in his pocket. You really think I would play Greenskins? Yes, he says. No way. Calling him out here. Unbelievable. It would only be fitting for him to lose on Dark Elves. What could Ducky do here? What could he do? I think High Elves could be a good pick. But I think generally it does favour the Dark Elves in that matchup. But also against Ice Power, you probably wouldn't want to do that. What could be a really out-of-the-pocket meta pick? You could do Empire. I think you could do Empire. Biblington, I see you betraying me in chat. You're not meant to be checking chat, Mr. Ice Power. TK versus DE feels pretty good. Feels pretty good to me. Hey Shetland, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you in chat. Looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Very, very excited to watch you play. You're not supposed to see this, Ice Power. Ice Power fully got caught out. I like seeing TK too. I don't see TK enough, and I think actually Ducky could go TK. I won't say anything because obviously Ice Power is lurking. Ice Power is lurking, so I'm not gonna say anything about what Ducky may or may not bring. Oh, you are mistaken, sir. But I think if he does go TK, I think he's got a really good build. I think he's actually got two very, very good builds. Oh, I dare him to pick Brett. Bretonia would be a really nice pick. The only thing is I've never really seen Ducky use Bretonia. I think Bretonia would be the smart option. I think Ice Power maybe knows Ducky well enough that I don't think he's seen him play Bretonia. If there's two things you know Ducky aren't going to bring, it's Vampire Counts and Bretonia. Ooh. Oh, he's going to bring Skaven. And not just any Skaven. He's going to be bringing Deathmaster Snickich here with Clan Eschen. Now that's a pick and a half. I'll have to check the DBD chat about this. Has he been coerced in the DBD chat? He hasn't. This is all off Ducky's own back. Well, imagine that. All right. 6 trebuchets. That would be incredible. I think this is a fight between friends, right? So I don't think he minds too much about the... I think Skaven could be pretty nice here. We are going to be fighting on Southern Chaos Waste, don't forget it. It's pretty flat. There are quite a few entities you can certainly utilize to your advantage here. You got lots of Warlock Giselles. You got lots of good, very powerful tools in your pocket that can certainly deal with very cheap infantry. You fought what lightning cannons, just delete Marathi. No, you'd make everybody sad. I mean, you wouldn't make me sad, but you'd make everybody else sad. You'd make all the Marathi simps sad. Why fire blows here? Fight bowlers, do you mean? Oh, why Fight bowlers? Fight bowlers have very good explosive attacks. So I thought Ducky's idea, because they don't have as much armor piercing, and there's not much armor from the Empire, I think the idea was the tightly packed units, just to do some more explosive damage. They're more expensive. Maybe Ducky had a theory, but I can't think of any. I think they're better against undead, the Fight bowlers. Did someone say Marathi simp? I mean, it is illegal for Ice... I mean, obviously... Look, we all know that Ice Power is not really part of Extreme Meme Team. He's taking the overpowered Dark Elves. He's taking the overpowered Greenskins. It's just disgusting behaviour. But listen, what we're going to... Oh, he's actually going to go the sub-faction. Oh, what I'll have to do here is actually put Screen Blocker up now. I've done that. Oh, Screen Blocker's up, so that's good. I accidentally clicked on that. That's my mistake. But thank God I had a... Thank God I had a thing up. So, yeah, despicable behaviour from Ice Power, but he's going to be using all the OP factions today. But I think there's some nice tools here. You certainly got Warlock Giselles. You know, if we go through the roster, you got Warlock Giselles are very nice. You've also got like Poison Wind Globadier mortars. So I should say Poison Wind Globadiers and Poison Wind mortars can be very nice. Dealing with that infantry. Wolf Rats can be quite good there. They're pretty fast. Very good at dealing with all sorts of skirmish cavalry as well. Infantry front line can be quite nice. All sorts of clan rats are very good with dealing with most of the infantry from Dark Elves. The stats aren't brilliant. You know, if we go through some of the stats, you know, 24 melee attack, 22 melee defense. If we compare that there to say Bleak Swords, so 36 melee attack, 32 melee defense for Bleak Swords. So Bleak Swords will win that pretty comfortably. So 90 models here. How much do you get from the Scavies? Skaven 120 models. So weapon strength is lower as well. So yeah, probably win there from the infantry from the Dark Elves. Three catapults and 2 cannons. He's still got time to come and patrol chat. He just heard Marathi. That's all he heard. All he heard. He heard Marathi. That was it. So yeah. So I think it could be very interesting to see how it goes either way. I'm seeing these extreme builds, by the way, and these extreme builds are extreme. Giselles are in most comp builds, I see. Yeah, at the moment, I think there's been a bit of a big shift here for Skaven. Since that, the Poison Wind Globes and the Poison Wind Mortars have been nerfed a little bit, and as well as the cheap, cheerful front line of the Skaven Slaves and Skaven Spears have been increased in cost. There's been a certain meta shift for the Skaven. You know, for example, you've got Skaven Slaves that are about 150 that would generally lose to peasant mobs. Catapults are just so satisfying, along with rattling guns. That's true, Shetland, that's true. Rattling guns are super satisfying to see. I actually find Warlock Giselles super satisfying as well. Now, when you've got like 3-4 units of them, you just like target a lord and you just go, and I want to delete that. You just boom, and it's gone. But yeah. Now, it would be absolutely criminal here to not see the Marathi double manticore from Ice Tower. It would be criminal. It would be criminal. Can't say it's a good idea, though. I'm actually, I'll be very interested to see what you think, Shetland, and everybody else in the chat. I actually don't think Skaven artillery is all that efficient. I actually don't think it's that great for the Skaven, but I want to know what you guys think. I think for their price cost, they're not that great. They're not very accurate. I don't particularly see them as being excellent in the Skaven roster. Right, so for the boys here in black and the Skaven today, let's hop in and get close. So, we're going to be having some very interesting looking Plague Monks. Well, we'll get back to those in a moment. As you can see, Ducky's just moving out his force. Oh, no way. We're going to be having the Hellion. So we're going to be having the Hellion today, which is the ROR Mutant Rat Ogre that looks absolutely insane, I might add. He's going to be having Warp Discharge for that Vortex spell. He's also having that Physical Resistance and that Frenzy. And he'll also be having Zap, which gives a +10 second ability recharge. Very interesting stuff there. We are going to be seeing some Natty Bobo Sharpshooters. These boys actually have 70 armor with that Silver Shield and all the other good bits that you would expect. We're going to be having some Skaven Slaves with some Skaven Slave Spears. And we're having 4 units of the Skaven Slingers. Very interesting, as most of the Dark Elves actually come with Silver Shields. We're going to be having the very, very potent Plague Monks. These bad boys come with mass physical resistance, 15%. But very good anti-infantry. Not sure what anti-infantry they are. Only 7, not as much as I thought. But they're also damage dealers, frenzy, all the other good stuff. But I really like them here with their colour scheme. The colour scheme makes them look kind of cool, actually. Looks like we're going to be having, 4 units of those, which is going to be very interesting. We're going to be having the Plague Priest, who's going to be having a couple of spells. He'll be having the Pestilence Birth and Vermintide. We'll also be having the Assassin, who has Assassin's Trophy, with the Rival High Talisman and Slippery. And we're going to be having the Master Assassin, who comes in with the 125 range with that nice poison and anti-infantry shots. He will be having the Looming Dread. He'll also be having the Rival High Talisman and Slippery. I love his melee attacks as well. He's super cool. Yeah, such a cool lord. Such a cool lord. We're also going to be having the Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep with that rage mechanic. And yeah, a pretty nice build overall. I'm not sure what these Skaven Slave Slingers are going to do, but I'm sure if you throw enough rocks, you will you'll hurt them eventually. Over here in the back, we are going to have some Death Runners that have been vanguarded. Over here in the back, here we go, coming through with the true memes. We are going to be having Marathi in the sky. She's going to be coming with that very, very nice wand, as well as the Soul Stealer, the Heart Render, and the Dark Sword for the negative melee attack and melee defense. Also with the Enchanting Beauty, giving that overall negative 18 melee attack. We are going to be having the Greater Arcane Conduit, as well as Life Leeching with the Double Feral Manticore. Also here for the Dark Elves, we are going to have these Shanesh Harvesters. These lovely people here on horses. Well, I wouldn't really say lovely. They're, yeah, they're pretty evil in general. But they're going to be having Soul Stealer as well as the Word of Pain. With, of course, that massive 40% physical resistance, poison, and magical attacks. We're going to be having some more Dark Rider Shields. Very nice with that 92 speed. And we're going to be having some Dread Spears and some Bleak Swords here in the front line. Double Scourge Runner Chariots here for the anti-large armor-piercing shots, with some more Dark Riders in the back. So lots and lots. Oh, looks like we're actually going to be having the triple Scourge Runner Chariots. So Warlocks are certainly going to take out these Scourge Runner Chariots for sure. Anything less than the Marathi Double Manticore and Chariots is unacceptable. So Ducky has pretty much called out everything that he was going to bring. I love it. I love it. Because it's ice. He is the Marathi Double Manticore meme. He is the Marathi Double Manticore meme. How is Marathi and Double Manticore a meme versus Skaven? No, it's just an inside joke, Shetland. It's just an inside joke. I think some wolf rats in the corner. Death Runners. I didn't see any wolf rats. I don't think. I didn't see any wolf rattings. So yeah, shots going to be going down here up against the squadrons. They're going to use the dips, they're very, very nice advantage, just utilising that terrain to their best ability. Shots are still going to go through here from the squadron chariots. Wouldn't she normally just get sniped out in the air? Normally, Warlock Giselles are going to be shooting here. I'm sure they're going to start shooting Marathi where they can, but Marathi can dodge a relative effectiveness at long distance against the Natty Bobos. Natty Bobos are going to try and see if they can shoot the Manticores, but obviously if he shoots from one, the other two are going to come in for the swipe. Looks like, yeah, there is going to be an ability. Looks like the wand is going to be going down. The wand will track as well, so the wand should be able to hit the Plague Ones nicely. Big hit going down there, doing at least 1,000 damage here up against these Plague Monks. These Plague Monks actually have a lot of HP. I did not recognise that. 6,800. That's more than I give them credit for sure. Shots going in the front here from the Skaven Slaves. They are going to be shooting into the silver shields of the Bleak Swords. These Skaven Slaves slingers, they're going to be doing some work. Unfortunately, here in the back, you can see the Natty Bobos have been hopped onto. Soul Stealer going down as well. We are going to be having the Assassin popping in as well. Can they snipe out either of the Manticores? We are going to see the very nice Hellion in. He has some good armor piercing, and he might really be able to help. He got pushed over, I think. It's a bit of a shame there for him. But you can see the anti-infantry Plague Monks. They can certainly chew apart Bleak Swords if you're not careful. They do have some pretty good stats: 36 melee attack, 36 melee defense. But Marathi does get nice and close. You need to keep Marathi at bay as long as possible. You need to keep it as far away from the battlefield as you can. Now, looks like here the Natty Bobos have shattered, and that is going to be the full work from the Dark Elves there. Unfortunately, you needed to keep those Natty Bobos alive as long as possible. But Soul Stealer is just going to continuously heal Marathi. The Assassin is going to try and come in and help. It's like Looming Dread for the negative melee defense, negative speed, as well as the Rival High Talisman. The Master Assassin is going to come in and try and assassinate Marathi. Marathi is looking like she is going to get out, but big hits going down on her. 2.2k left for her. Looks like she is going to be saved by the Simps. Very nice. Pretty much everything's getting broken over here on the left-hand side from the Skaven. They are going to be routing. As they do run, you can see they waver and route as they go. A lot of the forces here of the Plague Monks are going to be holding to their best abilities. One has been broken in the pocket. Balance of power is going to be going into Ice Power's favour. As you can see, the Plague Priest is going to be giving that discourage in the middle for the negative 10 leadership. But certainly needs some more help. Hellion has gone down, and I think that will be GG's here. Losing the Hellion was pretty much the main thing that could have taken down some of the Manticores and Marathi, but losing that is a big loss. Master Assassin's going to be super weak. One's going down as well, and a fantastic game here from Ice Power up against Big Rubber Duck of War. What a fantastic game. It's very hard to snipe her if she doesn't get netted. She can spam Soul Stealers on whatever goons. And the Mantis Patera on them, yeah. Well, that was a fast GG's, yeah, indeed. So, Marathi, 2,150, 300, 500, 400, 150, and 100 for the front line. Horses 300 and 590, 800 and 400. Apologies. So 1,400 for the Shanesh Harvesters, very good there with the Soul Stealer and Word of Pain. Also 370, 540 and 700 for the Scorcher Chariots, 500 and 720 for the Feral Manticores. Looks like here we got 400 for the Master Assassin, 600 for the Assassin. And the front line got nothing. Looks like here for the Plague Monks, 170, 400, 400 and 450. I'm not a fan of picking Plague Monks in general. Some of them fine, but picking them not so much. But 170 here for the Death Runners. Looks like they got crumped pretty early on. Warlock Giselles 300, 260 from the Fighters, Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep, 640 from the Hellion. And it looks like 70, 120, 36, and 32 here for the Skaven Slave Slingers. Very interesting. GG's and well played to both of these guys. And thank you very much for everybody here that did hang out. I hope you did enjoy today's series. with the 2 best of 3s and the best of 5 here in the final between Ice Power and Mr. Rubber Duck of War. Let me just change the score here in the final so you guys can see as we do exit out. So we'll save that there. We'll also go through here. We'll be putting through the winner today, which will be Mr. Ice Power. So Ducky, Ice Power won the first game. Ducky with the second. Third and fourth here with Mr. Ice Power. With today's winner of the BattleMania Season 4 Week 1 is now going to be Mr. Ice Power Total War. Awesome stuff. So thank you very much for everybody that did hang out. I hope you had a fantastic time. If you did, please drop a like. I'd really, really appreciate it. Also, drop a subscription if you are brand new here. It really would help me on that grow to 1,000 subscribers. That's something I'm really, really trying to work towards. If you've already done all those awesome things, you can also join into the Discord and interact with all of the cool content we've got there. And you can also see all of the live streams I've got coming forward, all of the awesome content that hopefully will be coming forward on the channel. And the last thing you guys can do, if you really, really do want to help the channel grow even further, maybe try sharing this with a friend, with somebody else who may not know anything about this at all, or maybe would like to even get into it, or somebody that you already know enjoys this sort of content that could also come onto the channel and also enjoy it with yourself. That would also be really, really helpful. Yeah, the chat banter was awesome between both of them. But thank you very much for hanging out, guys. It was really good. So thank you for all of you guys that... and also everybody that played today. I hope you enjoyed the tournament. Thank you, Parkerilla. Thanks, Biblinson. Was a fun one. The loss being Greenskins was very fitting. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. In true Extreme Meme Team fashion, going through the loss there. It could be a big night if you play your cards right. But it's like here, it was going to be the Ice Zone tonight. Ice Power came through with a big win. Yeah. So I'm hoping some big stuff coming for you from Ice Power in the future. So if anybody that doesn't know how this is kind of work, and I'll finish off on this here. For anybody here over the 4 weeks, and this is week 1 of 4, so Ice Power will now get 250 points, Ducky will get 200. That will be added on for every single week that these guys compete in. So if you miss a week, you don't get any points, but if you do play, you at least always go away with some points. So if you do enter and play a game, you get some points, and that will add on every single week. And after the 4 weeks have been done, they'll all be added up together. The top 8 players with the most points will go into the Invitational right at the end, where they will be playing for 2 prizes. If you come in first, I give you a copy paid by myself for Total War Warhammer 3, and I'll also give it into second place. They'll be getting the brand new DLC, which is going to be the Silence and the Fury. So there'll be the 2 prizes coming forward here, up until the DLC is done. So this will be the last Silence and the Fury DLC coming forward. So yeah. Right. Off, out, peace, and always stay awesome. Looking forward to the Derby night next week. Take care, Logic. Take care, dude. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. I'll see you on Sunday for the next live stream and the big Dowie tournament on Tuesday. Take care. I'll see you all soon.